At the beginning of the drama, the main lead, Hui Jo, who is a chef, has a dream. She wants to go to France to study. On the other hand, the male main lead, Ji Yu, who is very rich, is with his girlfriend and tells her, I am going back to Korea. Let's break up. She was very shocked. She says, how can you say that? Next week I was going to introduce you to my dad. Ji Yu says, you know I'm never serious with any girl. So his girlfriend says, you don't know my dad. He is very rich and Russia's biggest mafia boss, who takes the lives of those who break promises. Ji Yu says, understand my point. We can't be together. At this, the girl angrily points a gun at him, but he escapes. He runs to save his life. His girlfriend also runs after him. As he is about to exit through the main door, he collides with the door and falls down. Then he sees that his girlfriend is about to shoot him, so he closes his eyes. In the next scene, Hui's friend, Kim Yong, is leaving the house in a hurry when Hui stops him to fix his hair. Then she comes inside the house. There is nothing to eat. Instead, there was a long list of chores on the door. Actually, this house is not Hui's. It belongs to her friend, Kim Yong, who lets her stay without rent, and in return, makes her do all the household chores. Hui starts doing all the chores. She cleans all the rooms and waters the plants. After finishing all the work, she goes to rest on the bed because she works the night shift as a chef in a bar, so she rests during the day. In the next scene, Ji Yu returns to Korea and calls his dad. His dad says, my dear son, you have returned. First, talk to your mom. I am very busy with work, and then cuts the call. He did this because he knows that whoever Ji Yu meets first, he will take a lot of pocket money from them. Just then, a servant brings Ji Yu his car back, and he is very happy sitting in it. Actually, he has returned to Korea because his grandfather, who was extremely rich and a very big businessman, had passed away. He has left a share of the property for everyone. Hui is very hungry. Just then, she comes to a church because food is given after prayers in the church. There, a pastor woman was leading everyone in prayer. Hui is waiting for the prayer to end so she can get food. Just then, Ji Yu arrives, and seeing him, the pastor woman is very surprised because he is her spoiled son, and she is worried that no one should find out that this spoiled boy is her son. Just then, Ji Yu comes and sits next to Hui. As she looks at him, he winks. Hui finds him very strange at first sight. Finally, after the prayer, Hui gets food. She eats the food. Then she sees a boiled egg, which is for people after their meal. She picks up a boiled egg and starts eating it. Just then, she hears some voices. The voices are of Ji Yu and his mother, who is telling her son, you never used to come to Korea before, but as soon as the matter of property division came up, you came running back to Korea. Ji Yu says, no, Mom, it's not like that. I only came to see you. And forgive me, I couldn't come to Grandpa's funeral, but I will never miss your funeral. Hearing this, his mom starts hitting him, but he was laughing in response. Hui hears all this from the window. Then, Ji Yu asks his mom for cash, but his mom tells him to leave all this wandering and focus on the business. But he forcefully takes cash from his mom and says, these are my days to enjoy. As for the business, Dad and brother will handle it. Ji Yu's mom says, can you sleep peacefully now? You don't have any problems, do you? At this, he first becomes silent and then quietly leaves Hui, who is trying to steal an egg to take home for dinner, is seen by Ji Yu. She says, I was just eating this. So Ji Yu gives her all the eggs and says, did you hear everything I was saying to Mom? Hui says, no, I had no such intention. So he says, it's okay, keep all these eggs and forget everything you heard. And yes, eating too many eggs can upset your stomach. Hearing this puts Hui in a very bad mood. She comes outside and starts speaking ill of him. In the next scene, Hui meets a lady who applies for visas for people going to France. The lady asks her, have you collected the money? She tells her, yes, only $2,000 are left. I will definitely go to France. I will study there and also work as a chef in a hotel. The lady says, yes, of course, but first, you have to collect the money. Just then, Hui gets a call from her mom, but she doesn't pick it up. Hui's brother, Song, tells his mom, Hui is a thief. That's why she ran away after stealing her mom's hard-earned money because she wants to go to France. It would have been better if you had given that money to me. I would have reached somewhere by now. Hearing this, his mom shoos him away and says, the rice is finished. Go and buy some from the market quickly. Instead of bringing the food, Hui's useless brother, Song, asks his younger brother, Kang, to bring the rice. Hearing this, he first gets very irritated, then calls him useless and leaves, which makes Song very angry. On the other hand, Hui is thinking about how she stole her mom's money. Then she says, I will earn a lot of money very soon and return it to you. On the other side, a girl named Yeji, who is very rich, has a very bad habit of taking a picture of every food item. She is taking a picture of a food item while her boyfriend is talking about breaking up with her, but she is busy taking pictures. After taking the picture, she asks him, and he tells her about the breakup. She says, yes, you can break up. take a break. So her boyfriend leaves. Then she takes a breakup mood picture, shares it on her Instagram, and writes, "Today, I had a breakup and I am very sad." Then she comes to get a haircut. There too, she clicks many photos. Then she tells her hairstylist, "Give me a haircut today that makes me look innocent and makes people give me sympathy." So the hairstylist cuts her hair short, which makes her very happy. Then she clicks many pictures, even of her cut hair, and then makes a video in which she says, "I am starting a new life so that I can forget my boyfriend." Her video gets a lot of likes, among which one comment is, "GU is back in Korea." Reading this, she is very surprised and tells her hairstylist, "Somehow make my hair like it was before, because my real boyfriend is back in Korea." The hairstylist says, "Now we'll have to do surgery." In the next scene, at a bar, GU's friends have a welcome party for him. Everyone is talking about how rich he is. They all talk about his branded dresses and watch. He feels proud hearing all this. Here, Young-hoi has to become a waitress because one waitress is on leave, which makes her very sad. The waiter tells her, "Don't be sad. Very rich people will come to the party today and they will give you a good tip." Hearing this, she becomes very happy. She happily goes to GU's room to take an order. After serving him as she's about to leave, she sees a note lying on the floor. GU's friend tells her, "Pick it up. This is your tip." As she bends down to pick it up, another friend starts shouting at her. She gets scared. Then all the friends start bullying her, asking her age. As soon as GU's eyes fall on her, he recognizes that she is the same girl from the church that day. Young-hoi tells them her age is 26. They all start laughing, saying she looks older than her age. Young-hoi takes the money and starts to leave when another friend shouts at her, "Why are you taking this money without asking us?" One of GU's friends says, "This note is mine, but let her take it because I don't pick up things that have fallen on the ground." Hearing this, everyone starts laughing loudly, but Young-hoi starts crying. Then, as she's about to leave, the door opens and she falls directly on top of GU. GU says to her, "Why did you pick up that dirty note from the floor?" She says, "Sorry," and leaves. GU feels very bad for Young-hoi. All his friends are taking money from each other because they had a bet that if the waitress picked up the fallen money, they would give each other money. As soon as Young-hoi comes out, she bumps into Yeji. Yeji looks at her angrily and says, "Can't you watch where you're going, you poor disgusting girl?" Young-hoi feels quite bad hearing this because everyone is getting angry at her, thinking she's poor. Just then, tears well up in her eyes. On the other hand, Yeji comes to GU and says, "You came back and you didn't even tell me." He says, "Surprise." They all drink quite a lot. Yeji forcefully hugs GU and takes a love shot. From GU's face, it seems he has no interest in her. GU only considers Yeji a good friend. He tells her not to do bad things and not to drink too much, but on the other hand, she likes him a lot and wants to marry him. Just then, one of their friends deliberately turns off the lights so that all the friends can spend time with their respective girlfriends. But the light turning off causes a problem for GU. He sees a glimpse of his past, that a child has died and is being carried away, and a woman is crying loudly. GU's health starts to deteriorate. In the next scene, GU says bye to all his friends from the bar and comes to his hotel room to rest. He was just about to take his phobia medicine when the doorbell rings. He opens the door and sees Yeji, who has followed him to the hotel. He gets very irritated and asks her, "Who gave you the address and information for this place?" She tells him, "The owner of the hotel is my friend's father. He gave me all the information." Then she picks up the medicine and asks about it, but he takes the phobia medicine from her. GU tells her to leave the room, but she starts crying and says, "I have prayed so much for you to come to Korea, and you are behaving like this with me." He says, "Did I tell you to wait for me?" Yeji starts crying a lot, so he hugs her to calm her down. A little later, when she falls asleep, he puts a blanket over her and sits down himself, taking his medicine with wine and starting to think about something. On the other hand, Young-hoi is sleeping when the doorbell rings. She gets quite irritated. She messages her friend, Kim Yong, "Your mom sent a lot of corn from the village. We can't eat this much, so I'm selling some." Seeing the cute photo, Kim Yong starts laughing loudly. Just then, his friend quiets him down because the boss, Ji-hyuk, who is GU's elder brother, has arrived. The meeting starts. Kim Yong gives a presentation, but the boss wants everything to be perfect. So he points out Kim Yong's mistakes and silences him. He also gives him a warning, "Next time, if there's any mistake, I will fire you from the job." After the meeting, when Ji-hyuk comes out, he sees his brother Ji-yu. He asks, "Ji-yu, when did you come back to Korea?" He tells him, "A few days ago for Grandpa's death, because after Grandpa's death the property is going to be divided, and he must have left something for me in the inheritance." Hearing this, Ji-hyuk says nothing because he knows about his brother's habits. Then he asks his brother about his health, about the phobia. Ji-yu says, "Everything is fine. Great. I am absolutely fine." Then he asks his brother for cash. In the next scene, Young-hoi is carrying corn and selling it. Ji-yu is also drinking at a hotel, but when he doesn't like the drink, he asks the waitress to bring another one. Just then, Young-hoi is selling corn. Ji-yu was waiting for his mom. Young-hoi comes there and says, 1 corn for $2 and 2 corns for $3. Seeing Young-hoi selling corn, Ji-yu considers her quite hard-working, and soon after, he falls asleep there. Young-hoi wakes Ji-yu up and says, "Are you the one with blue hair? Please, can you take care of my corn? I urgently need to go to the washroom." Ji-yu reluctantly has to look after the corn. Just then, a girl comes and asks for the price. He tells her 1 corn is $2 and 2 corns are $3. Hearing this, the girl pays and takes the corn. From a distance, the restaurant owner is watching Ji-yu and comes over very angrily, saying to Ji-yu, "Aren't you ashamed? You're selling this in front of someone's restaurant." Ji-yu says, "Excuse me, this is not mine. It belongs to someone else." The owner picks up the corn and throws it away. When Young-hoi comes back, she is surprised to see all her corn on the ground and says to him, "If you weren't going to take care of them, you could have told me. What's the point of throwing them on the ground like this?" Hearing this, he gets very irritated and says to her, "I didn't do this. How much are they? I'll pay for them. Don't shout in my ears." She says only $50. So he gives her $50 and, pushing the corn away with his foot, says to her, "Clean all this garbage from here. I don't like dirt near me." Hearing this, she starts shouting at him and says, "Do you even know how expensive this corn is?" He tells her to take the corn with her. So she happily takes the corn with her. After she leaves, Ji-yu says to himself, "I don't know why everyone is angry at me today." Just then, his mom comes from behind and slaps him, saying, "You still haven't changed your hair color." Hearing this, he gets very angry and says, "Today everyone is angry at me. First, that restaurant uncle was angry at me, then that egg thief girl was angry at me, and now you. What is my fault?" Ji-yu's mom quiets him down and asks, "Which restaurant owner dared to talk to you like that?" Young-hoi is sitting with Kim Young, eating corn. She is telling him, "I will do this and that when I go to France." Hearing this, he says to her, "Then you will forget me after going to France." She says, "No, I won't forget you." He says, "Then don't go to France. You can become a chef here in Korea too. You are a chef even now." She says, "Yes, I am a chef cooking in this bar, but I want to go to France and study a lot to become a chef." Actually, Kim Young likes Young-hoi, but Young-hoi doesn't know about this, so he doesn't want to be away from her. In the next scene, there is a boat party where all the girls are dancing and enjoying a lot. Actually, this party was arranged by Ji-hyuk in celebration of a new beer. He had launched a new beer so that people could taste it and then buy it from their company. Ji-yu was also there, who was very happy to see the cocktails. Ji-yu's brother, Ji-hyuk, tells him to enjoy the party and also tells him not to drink too much. Young-hoi is also at this party with Kim Young for work. Young-hoi starts feeling dizzy due to the sun. Just then, Ji-yu calls her over for a drink. As she stumbles towards him, she slips and falls on him. He immediately pushes her away from him, fearing that his shorts might come down. As she falls, Young-hoi gets hurt and screams. Just then, Ji-yu's Russian girlfriend comes looking for him there. Seeing her, Ji-yu gets very scared and runs from there, pulling Young-hoi along with him, and then starts kissing her. As his Russian girlfriend sees this, he continues to kiss Young-hoi. Young-hoi is very surprised by this because it is her first kiss. Then Ji-yu forcefully takes her to the other side. Coming there, Young-hoi starts hitting him, saying, "How dare you kiss me?" He moves aside, dodging her slap, and says, "I saw it myself that you came to me and you closed your eyes while kissing." Hearing this, she gets very angry and says, "I will file a police report against you for this injury you gave me. Now you'll see what happens to you." He looks and says, "Yes, this happened by mistake, and you are the same girl who can do anything for money, right?" Hearing this, she is very surprised and starts cursing him. Just then, Ji-yu sees his Russian girlfriend getting closer to him. He once again forcefully picks up Young-hoi and takes her to the other side and says to her, "Please, I need you right now. Cooperate with me. I will give you as much money as you want." Saying this, he starts kissing her again. This time, Young-hoi holds his face tightly and doesn't let him come near her and starts screaming very loudly. Seeing this, his Russian girlfriend also comes there. They are both brought in front of everyone. Ji-yu introduces Young-hoi as his girlfriend in English, but his Russian girlfriend says, "How is it possible that you left me and made this rubbish girl your girlfriend?" He says, "This is true love." Young-hoi doesn't understand what's happening. His Russian girlfriend says, "If this girl defeats me, I will leave your life." Yu agrees to this. Ji-yu asks Young-hoi for a drink competition. She says, "Why should I do that?" He tells her, "I will pay you for it." After thinking, she agrees and says, "I will take a full $2,000 for this." The competition starts. Both girls drink a lot, But at one point, the Russian girlfriend starts losing. Young-hui wins the competition by drinking 2 glasses. Everyone appreciates her. The Russian girlfriend also tells her, "You are the best. For you, I spare Ji-Yu's life." Young-hui asks Ji-Yu for the money because she doesn't trust him at all. Ji-Yu withdraws the money from the ATM and gives it to her. But being very drunk, she falls and faints right there. Ji-Yu laughs, seeing this, and picks her up, taking her to his hotel room. There, she behaves very strangely and says, "Do you know my father? Do you know whose daughter I am? He is the most forgetful man in this city. That's why he named me Soju." This was because her father, in a drunken state, had named her Soju on her birth certificate, which made Young-hui cry a lot because everyone at school used to make fun of this name, but her dad never listened to her. Ji-Yu thinks Young-hui is the strangest girl in the world. Just then, she starts hitting him because she had never had a drink before, and because of him, she had to drink. Just then, the doorbell rings. Kim Yong is standing there, who came to pick up Jung-hui after Ji-Yu called. He calls out to Jung-hui. That's when Ji-Yu finds out her name. He asks Kim Yong about their relationship. He says, "Are you her boyfriend? Because your name was at the top of her mobile." He says nothing, quietly picks up Jung-hui, and starts to leave. Then he stops him again and asks about their relationship. Kim Yong says, "Yes, we are in a relationship. I am her boyfriend. Didn't you see in the mobile? My name was at the top." Hearing this, Ji-Yu says nothing. Ji-Yu says to Kim Yong, "By the way, when this girl wakes up, she will need me." Kim Yong looks at him as if to say, "Why are you saying that?" Ji-Yu shows him a wad of money and says, "This is the money for this girl's work." Kim Yong is surprised as to what kind of work she did with this boy. He brings Jung-hui home. He lays her on the sofa, takes off her socks, and asks about the boy with blue hair. But being drunk, Jung-hui doesn't give a straight answer. Instead, she starts vomiting on him. He immediately takes her to the washroom. There too, he asks about the boy, but she wasn't telling him anything. On the other hand, Ji-Yu is thinking about Jung-hui because he found her quite interesting. The next morning, Jung-hui wakes up. She is completely fine now. She is not intoxicated at all. Kim Yong asks her, "Now, tell me, who was that stray boy?" She says, "What boy?" At this, Kim Yong shouts at her. His patience is breaking. He says, "If you don't tell me, I will throw you out of the house." Jung-hui says, "I do all your household chores. I even cook. You also think of me as a helpless girl like other people. Do you even know that I earned $2,000 last night?" Saying this, she goes quiet. Jung-hui remembers everything. She now has to get the money from Ji-Yu as well. Hearing this, Kim Yong says, "Oh, so now you have started doing this kind of work to earn money?" Jung-hui starts dancing around the whole house and says, "Oh no, how could this happen? Why didn't I take the money from him? I had reached the ATM." Seeing her do all this, Kim Yong slams his hand on the table and says to her, "You even slept with that bastard? I can't believe you slept with him for one night, and you charged $2,000 for it." Hearing this, she stomps her foot hard on his foot and says, "You are my friend, and you are saying all this about me. How can you even think that I can sleep with someone for money? I only did the drink competition for him, in which I won, and he had to give me the money." Saying this, she starts hitting Kim Yong and chases him out of the house. Then, Jung-hui meets the same lady and gives her the money. The lady tells her, "The money that is short in this, you can give it to me later. Now, take this form, and you will enter from that gate with this form." She is very happy to get the form. She is finally getting the chance to go to France and study. On the other hand, Ji-Yu is out shopping with Ye-ji. She asks him to pick a dress for her, but he has no interest. But Ye-ji, jumping around like a child, asks him to pick a dress for her. Jung-hui has also come to the same mall to buy a gift for Kim Yong, but when she finds out the price of the tie, she leaves it there. When Ye-ji finds out that Ji-Yu is about to leave Korea, she tells him, "This time, I will also follow you to the same country." He's very surprised by this. Ye-ji's eyes fall on the cups that people draw on for their love, so she starts drawing with Ji-Yu. On the other side, Jung-hui is also drawing on a cup. She drew on a cup and became very happy. At night, when Kim Yong comes home, he sees the gift that Jung-hui brought for him. He has also brought shoes for her as a sorry gift. Jung-hui has done everyone's share of work on her shift, seeing which everyone is surprised. She tells them, "I have done all this alone because today is my last day. After this, I am going to France." They all hug her and congratulate her. On the other hand, Ji-Yu comes to the memorial of the boy who appears in his past memories. In the past, all of Ji-Yu's family members are celebrating the boy Minjun's birthday, where Ye-ji and her mom are also present because Minjun was Ye-ji's brother. Then, everyone is in the jungle where Minjun has died, and his mom is crying a lot for him. Ye-ji was very worried seeing her mom in this state. Ji-Yu is also calling out Minjun's name loudly. telling him to get up. Ji-yu is getting upset thinking about all this. Ye-ji is very happy looking at the mugs, but as soon as her mom enters the room, she hides the mugs. Her mom says, "Sorry, I couldn't go shopping with you today." Then her mom notices that she has hidden something. When her mom looks at her hands, she finds the cup with Ji-yu's name on it. Her mom gets angry at her and asks, "Has Ji-yu returned to Korea?" Ye-ji says yes. So her mom warns her, "He has returned. Beware. If you meet him again, I will stop you from leaving the house. Stay away from him." And saying this, she leaves. In the next scene, Kim Yong is going to work. Jung Hoi is coming back from work. She asks Kim Yong for Ji-yu's hotel room number and his phone number, but he refuses and leaves. Arriving at the office, he looks at Ji-yu's number and thinks, should I give her his number? But he doesn't want Jung Hoi to meet this boy again. Just then, his friend comes there and, seeing his mug, says, "Wow, you have a girlfriend, and you didn't tell me." He picks up his mug, and Kim Yong tries to take it back from him. Just then, it falls and breaks. Seeing this, Kim Yong feels very sorry because Jung Hoi had painted and given him this mug with great love. In the next scene, the inheritance was to be divided. Ji-yu, his father, and his brother go there, where his dad's 3 sisters are already present. They are talking among themselves. Dad has surely named all his property after his son. Hearing this, Ji-yu and his dad are very happy. Now, Grandpa's last video is played in which he says, "Whatever money I have earned till today, you all have wasted. You all have lived a luxurious life till today, except for me." Everyone is surprised by this, but Ji-yu is laughing. Just then, the lawyer says, "Mr. Wong has given 30% to his eldest daughter." Everyone was surprised as to why this happened. The lawyer explains, "This happened because she used to call him every day to ask about his health, took him on family trips, maintained a good bond with him, and also got his health checkups done." The lawyer now tells about his second and third daughter's inheritance, who were given a 10% share each, that is, 1 art hall and 1 amusement park each. He says they both also took great care of him, sent him fruits daily, sent the latest massage machine, and sent a golf club for his birthday, which was his favorite. That's why they were given 10%. Now, it's about his only son, who was getting very nervous and excited. The lawyer says, Mr. Wong's son never even called his dad, never wished him on his birthday. Whenever he did any business, he would ruin it due to his carelessness. And he would also change his mobile number without informing and sell many company stocks without informing his dad, so that he could live lavishly on that money and spend it on girls, due to which he divorced his wife. Hearing this, Ji-yu's dad remains silent. The lawyer says, Ji-yu's dad got nothing in the inheritance. In fact, Mr. Wong has given the remaining 50% of the property to charity. They are surprised how this is possible, that the son gets nothing. Ji-yu is very worried about what he will get. He says to his dad, "You said that you would also give me a share of whatever you get in the inheritance." His dad tells him to sit quietly. The 3 sisters are very happy. They are all laughing. The dad tells them to be quiet and says to them, "You 3 came into this world because of me, but now you have taken everything from me." On the other hand, Jung Hui is very happy wearing the shoes given by Kim Yong. Then she does her packing. It comes to her mind, why haven't my forms reached my house yet? That agency lady said she would send them to my house. When she calls the agency lady, the number is switched off. She thinks she must be busy with some work. Then Jung Hui calls her mom to tell her about her arrival in France, but she is unable to say anything, so her mom, thinking it's a fake call, hangs up. Ji-yu's mom comes and sees him praying desperately with his dad. They are praying, "Get us our rights back." She says, "What rights? You know your dad has given you many things, 2 big buildings which you have squandered, and spent everything on girls." He says, "That was my foolishness. Now if I get something, I will run it very well." Ji-yu gets an idea in his mind. He says to his mom, "Give me some advance from your inheritance. Anyway, it will be my right after you die." His mom says, "You are so useless, like father, like son. Aren't you ashamed to say all this about your own mother? Even if I die, I will not name my property after you. No, and never. You both just want to live lavishly on that money. I will never let that happen." Ji-yu says, "If you don't give it to me, who will you give it to?" She says, "I will donate all my money to poor people, you bastard. Understood?" Ji-yu's dad says, "Right now, our condition is no less than a beggar's. Just consider us beggars and give us 2 or 3 crores." But she leaves from there. Jung Hui comes to her workplace to get her last payment before going to France. She once again calls the agency lady, but her number is switched off. She is surprised as to what is happening. On the other hand, goons have attacked the bar because they came to loot money there. The waiters try to stop them but can't. Jung Hui is watching all this secretly, and she also has to meet the emergency agency lady. So, despite everyone stopping her, she quietly comes downstairs. Just then, the leader of the goons stops her and asks, "Who are you?" and then kicks her mobile far away. In a short while, the police arrive and arrest everyone. Jung Hui tries to convince the policeman, saying, "I have no connection with the goons. I am a chef at that bar." No one believes her. Seeing this, she starts crying loudly. On the other hand, Kim Yong is waiting for her to come back because he has no idea that she is locked up. In the next scene, Yeji comes to Kim Yong's company. Now she will work there. Her mom has told her to do so. She tells everyone, "I am the chairman's daughter." Hearing this, everyone is stunned. Kim Yong's friend tells him she is not a millionaire, but a billionaire. We have to maintain good relations with her. But he remains silent. Yeji's mom could have given her a very high post, but she thinks that she should start from zero. Only then will she learn things. On the other hand, Young-hoi tells the whole story to the policeman. They tell her, "That lady is a fraud. She has run away with your money. She is never answering your calls." But she says, her company is not a fraud company, but a real company. Young-hoi takes the form and goes to that company. The manager tells her, this flight has been canceled. Then she asks about the agency. A lady of this name has resigned from here. Young-hoi takes her address and goes to the lady's house, but there she finds out that she has sold everything and left. Seeing this, she cries a lot. Then she comes to a bridge where a suicide note is written. We should not commit suicide but face the difficulties. Reading this, she starts laughing. On the other hand, the holiday agency has taken all the money and gone on vacation with her boyfriend. Kim Yong, seeing Yeji, thinks, as if we had less useless people, now she has also come. When she sees that Kim Yong is looking at her, she says, I know I am very beautiful. He prepares a bite for her with a lot of spices, but she refuses. Making an excuse of being on a diet, Kim Yong's friend has to eat that bite. Just then, Kim Yong gets a call from the police station, which scares him because the policeman had called him about Young-hoi's suicide, that they caught her while she was committing suicide. Kim Yong shouts at her badly. Young-hoi tells him the whole story and crying says, why does this problem always happen to you? I am not important to anyone. Comforting her, he says, you are very important to me and your family. That's why you shouldn't give up like this, and you should never even think of things like suicide in your mind. You are strong, not a loser. Hearing these words gives her some courage, and she says, I will start my life anew. On the other hand, Ji-yu is with his mom, who gives him a pen drive that his grandpa had asked her to give him. He is very happy to get this pen drive. He goes to his room, connects the pen drive to his laptop, and plays the video, in which his grandpa says, Dear Ji-yu, everyone has settled in their lives. That's why I want you to also get serious in your life. That's why I have left my Lucy house for you. You know that I started from there. I admit that the house is a little in debt right now, but you will handle everything. I want you to start your career from that house. It used to be a book house before. Now it is completely empty. I hope you will not sell it, but will fulfill your responsibilities as a mature person. He is disappointed to see that Grandpa gave so much to everyone, and for me, a house drowning in debt. Then he thinks of something. On the other side, Young-hoi comes to the bar to look for her mobile, which she finds. There is a message from Kim Yong with Ji-yu's number. I am giving you that person's number, so you can take your money from him. She becomes very happy and says, well, at least I have my $2,000. Then she calls Ji-yu, who is on his way to see the house his grandpa gave him. She says, I am the girl you had the drink competition with. Give me my $2,000. He gives her an address to come and get it. Ji-yu reaches outside his grandpa's house. It is in a very bad condition, not at all like he had imagined. When he goes inside, there is a lot of stuff scattered around. He thinks, what treasure could be here? There are only books. Just then, Young-hoi also arrives there. She calls out to Ji-yu, but he is wearing headphones, so he doesn't hear her. Just then, she comes towards him, screaming loudly. Her foot slips, and she falls right on top of him. Then she pushes Ji-yu hard from behind, due to which he falls very hard. His nose also starts bleeding, but he doesn't feel sorry about it. When he sees his latest watch, which is broken, he shouts at her very loudly. Then they both come outside. Young-hoi says, okay, your watch broke because of me, so you can deduct the money for it from my $2,000. He says, do you even know how expensive this watch is? This is a $100,000 watch that you can't even buy in Korea. You can only get it from the USA. Hearing this, she is stunned. Ji-yu says, you give me the money for this watch's repair. She's ready to give $8,000, but that too in installments. Deduct the $2,000 as well. $6,000 will be left. Ji-yu agrees, but on some conditions. You will answer my calls right away. Whenever I call you, you will leave all your work and come to meet me. And if you run away, I will give your number to the police and have you caught. Young-hoi comes out and gets very angry at herself and says, why did I even come here? I came here to get my money, and instead I have to give money. Then she sadly leaves from there. Walking on the street, she sees a girl walking while drinking coffee. She thinks, I have never drunk such expensive coffee. Young-hoi boards a bus, but her pass has run out, so she has to get off the bus as well. She sits at the bus stop and starts laughing at her situation again. In the next scene, Ji-yu calls his mom and asks, did you know that Grandpa was leaving a house in debt for me? She says yes, which makes him angry. So his mom cuts the call. In the past, the lawyer tells Ji-yu's mom, Mr. Wong has left a lot of property for Ji-yu, but he wanted him to become a good person first. In the present, his mom, hearing these words, is thinking, one day, you will become a very good person. Ji-yu sees his past in a dream, that a deer kills Yeji's brother. He wakes up, he immediately takes his phobia medicine, sits down, and starts to get scared. The next day, Young-hoi was very tired because she didn't have money for the bus and had walked home. Kim Yong asks her to eat with him, but she refuses, so he leaves. Then her eyes fall on an envelope with money in it. Kim Yong has left money for her so that she can use it for a few days. She's happy to see this and thinks, well, at least I have a good friend. On the other hand, all of Ji-yu's cards are blocked. He angrily comes to his mom's house, where his dad is already present because they also have nothing, so they have come to stay there forcefully. His mom tries to make them leave, but they don't go. Ji-yu asks his mom for money, but she tells him, since your grandpa has left a house for you, why do you live in a rented room in a hotel? At this, he shouts a lot and goes from there to his grandpa's house. He starts checking all the things. All the things are old-fashioned. There are only books and more books. He checks every book from morning to evening, hoping that there might be a treasure or a key to a treasure, but he finds nothing. On the other hand, Young-hoi is unpacking her packed things. She is also sad. On the other side, Kim Yong is sitting with Ye-ji, who is working less and showing off more. Then he messages Young-hoi to go for dinner. At first, she refuses, but then she agrees. Actually, Kim Yong's intention today is to confess his love feelings to her. Then, they all have a meeting in which they all decide, we will arrange a cocktail party where we will invite tenders, and the media will also be there. Young-hoi, disappointed from the police station, comes to the church because the policeman had flatly refused to help her, saying that there is no solid evidence in her case. She comes to the church and prays a lot for her money to be returned. Just then, Ji-yu's mom comes and sits with her. She comes and sits with her and asks about her problem. Young-hoi says, God is angry with me. I stole an egg from the church and a man gave me the rest. Besides that, I also made a cycle my own. Stole a man's helmet, sold the corn that came from my friend's house, and also stole my mom's savings. That's why God is angry with me. Ji-yu's mom says, no, that can't be. No, that can't be. God loves us all very much. Saying this, she hugs her. Young-hoi comes outside. A dart game is being played. A lady asks her to play too, but she says, my luck is not that good. The lady forcefully sends her forward. As she throws it, she wins extra. She is very happy that God is pleased with her. Then she comes home and makes lunch with those eggs. While having lunch, she is remembering her mom, how much she loves her, and how her mom taught her to cook. Remembering all these things brings tears to her eyes. On the other hand, Kim Yong, who is very excited to go to dinner with Young-hoi, stops the elevator with his foot as he is about to enter. His boss is in the elevator. Seeing him, his breath catches. He stands in the elevator with his boss with great difficulty. As his boss gets out of the elevator, he catches his breath because he is very scared of his boss. His boss, Ji-hyuk, comes out, and his brother Ji-yu is there, who has come to get money from him. Ji-yu, surprised to see Kim Yong there, asks him, but without giving any answer, he says bye to his boss and leaves. He immediately takes Young-hoi outside so that Ji-yu doesn't see her, but that doesn't happen. Ji-yu sees Young-hoi and also hears that they are going for dinner. Just then, he forcefully takes his brother with him for dinner. Both brothers also go to the same restaurant where Young-hoi and Kim Yong are. Kim Yong stands up respectfully upon seeing his boss. Ji-yu says, all the tables are full. Someone please let us sit with them. Kim Yong can't refuse because of his boss and asks them to sit with them. Ji-yu is very happy and winks at Young-hoi as he sits down. Then he introduces himself and asks to order something, saying, today's bill will be paid by my brother. Kim Yong doesn't want to do this, but his boss is okay with paying the bill. Young-hoi introduces herself as Kim Yong's girlfriend, which spoils Ji-yu's mood. Then the four of them start drinking. Ji-yu is about to give Young-hoi a drink, but Kim Yong refuses. Ji-yu gets angry. Then Young-hoi comes out of the washroom. Ji-yu is standing there and says, how can that girl have a boyfriend who closes her eyes when kissing? That's why I can't believe he is your boyfriend. Because I know that was your first kiss. And should I tell your boyfriend that we have had such a deep kiss? Annoyed, she says, yes, you can tell him. Anyway, he is not my real boyfriend. Hearing this, Ji-yu relaxes. Then he asks her about her boyfriend or any love affair. She flatly denies it and says, I don't have time for all this nonsense. Saying this, she starts to leave. He says, I will call you and answer my call right away. Otherwise, you know, right? Young-hoi says, when did you call me? He says, no, you want me to. And you were waiting for my call, not bad. And then he happily leaves from there. In the next scene, Kim Yong and Young-hoi are sitting and talking. Kim Yong tells Young-hoi to stay away from Ji-yu because he doesn't consider him a good boy, but a spoiled brat. Young-hoi tells him, I am already involved. I damaged his watch, and in return, I have to pay him. He goes quiet at this. Young Hoi asks Kim Yong, what were you going to talk to me about? Don't be shy. We are very good friends. Kim Yong is angry in his heart because Young Hoi only considers him a friend. So Kim Yong gives up the idea of proposing for now because he believes that he will propose to Young Hui only when she also starts to like him. Ji Yu comes to stay at his brother's house because he doesn't have money to stay in a hotel. Seeing the plants in his brother's house, he says to his brother, "You are very boring. You are wasting your time on these things. You should pay attention to girls. They are also like flowers." Ji Yu's brother comes to his room to check on him, whether he is asleep or not, but Ji Yu turns on the light after Ji Hyuk leaves because he can't sleep tonight either. The next morning, the two brothers are talking. Ji Yu says, "I am not a useless person. I have also studied." His brother asks him with surprise, "What have you studied?" He says, "Bartending. I also have a bartender's certificate because it's a good way to get close to girls and impress them. If you say so, I can set you up too." Hearing this, his brother gets angry and says to him, "Now you should grow up and understand your responsibilities. How long will you keep running away from your responsibilities because of your phobia?" Ji Yu angrily says, "Why are you bringing my phobia into this? I don't like it. Do you even know what happened last night?" Saying this, he leaves the house because he doesn't like it at all when someone makes fun of his phobia or talks about it. Young Hoi was very worried about her job. She was searching for a new job because the bar where she used to work had closed down due to a raid. Now she had to find a new job, which was very difficult to find. Just then, the restaurant owner was getting angry at a boy who had eaten for free and was not even from Korea because he couldn't understand the Korean language the lady was snatching his guitar. Young Hui says, "It's okay, I will pay for him." Hearing this, the boy was surprised because it was the first time someone had helped him in Korea. Coming outside, the boy thanks her and, introducing himself, says, "I am a rock star from Iceland." Young Hui also says hello to him. Then he also asks for Young Hui's phone number because she has become his first Korean friend, and picking up a box says, "Now I will earn money by singing into this." Ji Yu comes to live in his grandpa's house and says, "Now I will do everything myself. I will also show that I am not less than anyone." Then he looks at the condition of the house and says, "This needs to be fixed. It will take money to fix it, which I don't have. Should I ask my brother? He won't give it." Then he thinks of Young Hui and happily starts to call her. Young Hui, who is already so worried about her problems, gets angry seeing his call. Ji Yu says, "Don't you have to pay my money?" Young Hui tells him, "I will pay it back, slowly." Here, the two of them start arguing. He says, "Are you crazy?" She says, "Why?" Ji Yu says, "Don't you understand? Paying money is just an excuse. I am missing you a lot. I want to meet you. Come in front of the mall. I am waiting there." Saying this, he cuts the call. Young Hui is also surprised. Then she thinks about all those things and, blushing, says to herself, No, that can't be. He must be joking with me." Young Hui gets ready and comes to meet him. Seeing her, Ji Yu is surprised and also very happy because she is looking very nice somewhere. He starts to like her. Ji Yu says to her, "By the way, you look good, but I think the dress is a bit more fashionable, but you look cute." Hearing this, she becomes happy. Then they both come inside the mall for shopping. Ji Yu buys a lot of things. Young Hui asks him, "Why are you buying so many things?" Ji Yu says, "This is our first shopping date." She says, "Does this mean you won't take the money for the watch now?" "Taking the money for the watch was just an excuse. You have started to like me. I have started to look good to you." And saying this, she becomes very happy. On the other hand, Kim Yong and Ye Ji come to distribute papers to people, but no one is taking papers from them. Ye Ji is getting quite bored seeing this. Then she takes off her coat, takes all the papers from Kim Yong, and starts giving them to people. People run to take the papers from her. Then she sits on a table. There too, many people come and pick up the papers. He is very surprised to see this because they are taking the papers, impressed by her beauty. Very soon, all the papers are gone. Then Ye Ji says bye to Kim Yong and goes to meet Ji Yu. Ji Yu and Young Hui come back home from shopping. Seeing all the things spread around the house, Young Hui asks him, "What is all this?" Ji Yu tells her, "You have a good chance to reduce your debt. You can reduce your debt by cleaning." Hearing this, Young Hui says, "I thought this was all your trick, and how did I fall for it?" But he quietly tells her to clean and leaves from there. Ji Hyuk is on a blind date, which his mom has arranged so that he can choose a girl, get married, and settle down in his life. While the girl is talking to him, Ji Hyuk's attention is on a withered flower. He is constantly looking at that flower. Then he asks the girl for water and gives it to the withered flower. The girl gets angry at this and says, "I am talking to you here, and your entire focus is on this withered flower." Saying this, she leaves from there. On the other hand, Ji Yu is giving orders to Young Hui. "Do this like this, do that like that." Just then, Ye Ji arrives. Seeing Young Hui, she says, "What, you've hired a maid too?" He takes her outside, but Young Hui gets very angry hearing this. Ye Ji comes outside and starts talking to Ji Yu. Then, as she hugs him, Young Hui doesn't like seeing it. She feels jealous. Somewhere, she has also started to like Ji-yu. Once again, they both come inside the house. Yeji says, "This is the state of students these days. They don't study, and then to make a living, they have to do small jobs like this. But why is she dressed up like this?" Hearing all this, Young-hui once again gets angry at herself because she had dressed up to meet Ji-yu, but Ji-yu had fooled her. Yeji gets an urgent call, so she takes Ji-yu with her. Young-hui is left alone in the house. She works from morning to evening. When Ji-yu comes back, he is surprised to see that the whole house has been cleaned. But Young-hui herself is tired and asleep. As Ji-yu sits next to her chair and pulls her chair towards him, she gets shy and nervous. Then he says to her, "You have worked beyond my expectations. Now you have to clean the second floor too." Hearing this, she says, "Do I seem easy to you? I am not an uneducated girl who cleans people's houses. I am not a fool to listen to your nonsense girlfriends talk and also see you two hugging." Hearing this, he says, "Hugging, meaning you are feeling jealous." But she flatly denies it and says, "You have treated me very badly today. You made me carry things in the mall, made me do so much work at home, and didn't even ask for a glass of water." Hearing this, he tells her to sit and wait. Then he makes a mojito drink for her because he is an expert in making that drink. He makes that drink very well. When he comes there with the drink, Young-hui has once again fallen asleep. While sleeping, she looks just like a doll to him. He touches her face with a cold glass and she wakes up. Then he gives her the drink. She drinks it and likes it very much. It feels as if she is in Iceland. She praises the drink. He says to her, "Be mine." She says, "What does that mean?" Ji-yu says, "I am going to work in this place, and you are also very hardworking, so you can be of use to me. If you work for me, I will give you a good salary too." But she flatly refuses and leaves from there because she doesn't trust Ji-yu's words at all. When she comes home, Kim Yong, giving her food, asks, "Why are you so dressed up today?" Young-hui says, "Don't ask me anything today." Then she starts eating a lot of food. The next day, Young-hui goes to her job, which is that of a waitress. She is working very diligently. Ji-yu is at his mom's house, where his dad and brother are also present. Before eating, his mom says, "You all pray that God keeps my family happy like this, keeps everyone together." Ji-yu says to his mom, "Mom, is Dad also a part of our family?" His dad tells him to be quiet. Actually, they are divorced, but he still lives with his wife because he has improved a lot. Then the four of them start eating. Ji-yu says, "I am starting my own work." Hearing this, his mother becomes very happy. Finally, God has answered my prayer. But he says to his mom, "I need money to start a business. So mom, can you give me some money?" His mom makes an excuse and gets up from there. His dad says, "Son, I don't have anything. If I had some money, I would definitely give it to you." Then he looks towards his brother because his brother is his last hope. Actually, everyone thinks that Ji-yu is asking for money by making excuses, that this is another way for him to ask for money because they don't think he can work in that way, so he will waste all the money. Then, the two brothers come out after eating. Ji-yu repeatedly asks Ji-hyuk for money. His brother says, "I don't give money to failures." Then their dad comes and takes them both for a bath. There too, he is asking his brother for money. His brother says, "Okay, I will give you money, but I have one condition. You have to show your talent, prove yourself. You told me that you have done a bartending course, so there is an event of mine here, and you have to show your bartending talent there. Only then will I believe you." Ji-yu agrees to this. Young-hui does her duty very well. She is working very hard. She works day and night. After coming back from work, she directly opens the bathroom door, and Kim Yong is in the bathroom. He gets angry seeing Young-hui like this. "How can you come into the bathroom?" She says, "Why are you so shy? You are wearing shorts. And since when have you become so sensitive? You are definitely hiding something from me." Kim Yong gets quite nervous when she comes close. Then, when he is about to go to work, Young-hui says, "Bye" from the window and also gives a flying kiss. He is very surprised. What happened today? In the next scene, Ji-hyuk's cocktail party is shown, where tasty food has also been prepared for the public. Young-hui, who is coming back after working as a waitress, is told by an aunt not to work so much that she might get sick. At this, she smiles and says, "I will manage." Young-hui gets a message from Ji-yu. He calls her to his cocktail party to eat. Just then, she sees a box in front of her and remembers the rock star. On the other side, all the bartenders are showing their talent. He prepares a drink. All the girls clap for him. Yeji also comes to him and helps him. Then she clicks a photo with him and also posts it on her Instagram. Just then, Ji-yu's eyes fall on Young-hui, who is looking for Kim Yong. Just then, she gets a call. She says, "Kim Yong, where are you?" Ji-yu says, "When he is not your boyfriend, why are you looking for him?" As soon as Young-hui turns back, she bumps right into Ji-yu. Seeing her, he says, "Oh no, I bumped into you again today. You saw me. Now something bad will definitely happen to me because whenever I meet you, either my watch breaks, or my nose, or I meet my ex-girlfriend." She says, "Then why are you meeting me? Behave as if we don't even know each other." At this, he says, Today my duty is to make people happy. I am also on duty. I can't do that. But Young Hui says some harsh things to him and leaves. Young Hui introduces the rock star to Kim Yong and tells him, "This is my friend. The poor guy is quite poor and he wanted to eat, so we came here." He meets him and tells them, "The food is served in the back. You two go and eat there." The rock star comes out and starts eating a lot, as if he is eating for the first time. Just then, the media people come to Young Hui and start interviewing her. They ask about the drink. She starts criticizing the drink a lot. She says, "Drink is a very bad thing. It makes a person a dog." On the other side, Ji-yu and Ye-ji praise the drink, saying that it gives a person a natural glow. Kim Yong and Ji-hyuk also praise the drink a lot. Kim Yong brings food for Jung Hui. Seeing him, Ji-yu says she is not even his girlfriend, so why is he doing so much for her? Jung Hui gets angry and says, "Look, he has brought his girlfriend to the workplace too." Then they both look at each other. Jung Hui also turns her face to the other side and leaves from there because she sees a tower on the side, which she likes very much. The rock star is bothering the media people a lot, asking them to interview him too. Annoyed by him, media people start to run away. The rock star's foot gets caught in a wire. Because of that wire, the light tower built there is about to fall on the tower. Seeing this, Ji-yu shouts at Young Hui because that tower could fall on Young Hui, but Young Hui doesn't understand anything. From one side, Kim Yong, and from the other side, Ji-yu come to save her. Ji-yu saves her first, and they both fall down. Ji-yu also gets a head injury and he starts bleeding. Seeing the blood, she faints. They are both picked up and taken to the hospital in an ambulance. After regaining consciousness, Ji-yu sees that Young Hui is still unconscious. He asks the nurse, "What happened to her? Why hasn't she woken up yet?" The nurse says, "She is not unconscious, she is sleeping. She is tired because Young Hui couldn't sleep due to work." Ji-yu is surprised and goes to her and starts to wake her up. As she gets up, she asks about his injury. He tells her, "I told you to stay away from me. Whenever you are with me, something bad happens to me. You are unlucky for me." Young Hui sadly says, "From today onwards, I will never come in the way of your work. By the way, I didn't even come today. You yourself came to me. I didn't say that. From today onwards, I will not come near you so that nothing bad happens to you." Ji-yu says, "There is no such thing as lucky or unlucky. I was just joking." And then he follows Jung Hui out of the hospital. He says to her, "By the way, you are not easy. You are not at all like other girls." Hearing this, Jung Hui is quite surprised. Just then, Kim Yong and Ye-ji arrive there. Kim Yong gets a little jealous seeing Ji-yu worrying about Jung Hui. Ji-hyuk is in his house when his mom calls and tells him, "Choose a girl you like. If you like a girl, tell me so that I can get you married to her." He cuts the call without giving any answer because he has not found any girl of his type till today. He is only interested in plants. Ji-yu comes to talk to Ji-hyuk, but his brother tells him to talk later. While brushing his teeth, Ji-yu's hand hurts. He remembers how he saved Jung Hui. He had never done anything like this before. He is thinking about all these things. Just then, he calls her, but she doesn't attend the call because she is working as a waitress in a hotel and is busy with work. Next, there is a company meeting where the incident at the cocktail event is being discussed. Just then, Ji-hyuk stands up and says, "This is my and my team member's mistake. We should be careful about this." Everyone looks at him with surprise, including Ye-ji, because Ye-ji's mom already hates every member of Ji-yu's family very much, so she gives a lot of punishment to Ji-hyuk and his team. Ji-yu comes to meet his brother and talks about money and says that he wants to open a bar, and he also brings the drawing he made with his own hands. His brother is not very agreeable to this, but he is ready to give him $50,000. Ji-yu's expectation was more than this. He thought his brother would give him more money. Just then, he starts arguing about it, but Ji-hyuk doesn't agree to this. So Ji-yu has to agree on less money. After taking the money from his brother, he is very angry on his way back because he did not get the amount he expected. He angrily calls Jung Hui and tells her to meet him immediately. Then they both go shopping where Ji-yu buys things for his bedroom. After that, they come to a restaurant to eat something. Jung Hui says to him, "Am I your luggage girl that you make me do all the work? I have carried all your things." He shows her his hand and says, "I am not a bad person. My hand is injured, that's why you carry the things, and I am taking so much care of you, feeding you." Hearing this, she becomes quiet. Then she looks at him. He says, "Have you started to like me or something?" She doesn't give any answer. Actually, she has started to like him a little bit. Somewhere, she has started to like him. After that, they both come to the market for kitchen shopping because Jung Hui is a chef, and she knows more about these things. She knows all the utensils. She knows which utensil is for which thing, which utensil is for noodles, which utensil is for meat. Seeing her take all these things, he is very surprised. After coming home, Jung Hui asks him, "Why do you want to live in that house?" He says, "This house was given to me by my grandpa, and he said that there is a treasure hidden here. That's why." Then Jung Hui sets all the things. While putting up the curtains in his room, she tells him, "I worked in your house yesterday too. I have worked in your house today too. So the total money for 2 days is 400. You can deduct that from your debt. Now only $100 is left. When Young Hui is going to her other workplace, she sees 2 women and a man who are looking for someone. The rock star, who was hiding, sees Young Hui and asks if those people have left, and then he breathes a sigh of relief. In the next scene, the rock star and Young Hui are sitting and talking. The rock star tells her, "It's been 6 months since I came to Korea. When I came here, I had a lot of money. Now I don't have money. To make a living, I earn a little by singing with a band member. I'm looking for a job." Young Hui says, "Me too." Then she asks the rock star to sing a song. The rock star is a rock star only in name. He sings so badly that even people passing by criticize his singing. She endures it with great difficulty. Then Young Hui comes to her workplace, which is a very big bath hall, which she cleans very well. Then she falls asleep there. Ji-yu is sleeping, but he can't sleep. First, he thinks of taking his medicine, but then he picks up his mobile and messages Young Hui. Here, they have a normal little chat via message. In the morning, Ji-yu wakes up at 9 o'clock, and he is surprised to see that he slept last night without medicine and slept so soundly that he woke up at 9 in the morning. He is quite surprised by this because he can't sleep without medicine. Then he is having breakfast with his mom and dad. Ji-yu says, "Give me some money. The money my brother gave is spent. Now you give me some money." His mom asks him what business he's going to start. As soon as he says that he is going to open a bar in Grandpa's house, his mom screams and says, "What will people say? That a priest woman's children do this kind of work? One works in a beer company, sells alcohol, and the other is going to open a bar." She gets angry at him and throws him out of the house. Ji-yu and his dad come out. Dad says, "Ji-hyuk didn't give me money. How did he give it to you?" Then Ji-yu's eyes fall on the car in front, which is a very expensive car. It belongs to his dad, which he has hidden from everyone's eyes. An idea comes to his mind. He says to his dad, "Let's go out and have a cold coffee." When they both come back after having coffee, some people are standing near the car because Ji-yu has sold that car. Then he says to his dad, "I am starting my own business. After success, I will get you an even better car. Don't worry." And his dad can't do anything because those people take their car right in front of him. Now, good work has started at Ji-yu's house. Everything is set. Ji-yu breathes a sigh of relief, but he has still put Young Hui to work. She is cleaning the garden. Just then, one of his neighbors comes and extends a hand of friendship towards him, but Ji-yu gives no response. Actually, that man has a cafe, and he came to see if he had also opened a cafe. Young Hui gets a call from Kim Yong. Ji-yu doesn't like seeing this. Young Hui is talking to him because she didn't go back at night, so Kim Yong was worried. She tells him, "I fell asleep on the night shift. Now I am looking for another job because there is only one bed in your house and I don't want you to suffer with me." Ji-yu secretly listens to all her talk. Then she comes inside and asks Ji-yu for a job. He tells her, "No, I will not give you a job like this. First, you say that you are mine." Young Hui says, "Ji-yu, I am yours." Ji-yu holds her hand. Young Hui gets scared and then pulls her hands back. She tells him, "I am not just any girl. I am a very big chef, and I have been a chef in a restaurant." He says, "You are not a chef. I have also been to that hotel many times. You work as a waitress there." Hearing this, to convince him, she makes many dishes. Seeing her talent, he is also surprised she makes other dishes and places them in front of him. After tasting them, he makes her the main chef of his bar. Hearing this, Young Hui becomes very happy. Then she clicks photos of the kitchen. Then they are both in the garden. Young Hui is working. He tells her, "Do this work like this, not like this." Then he tells her, "If you don't do this work correctly, then your 2 months' payment will be cut." Hearing this, Young Hui starts jumping. He clicks her photo. Young Hui tells him to delete the photo because it is a very bad photo, but he doesn't delete it. On the other side, Kim Yong and his team are cooking in the kitchen. As a punishment, everyone is feeling ashamed to work there. Yeji asks Kim Yong, "Is that girl your girlfriend, whose life Ji-yu saved?" Kim Yong gets nervous, and Yeji understands that Kim Yong likes that girl, and not just now, but since childhood. Everyone is eating. Yeji says to Ji-hyuk, "Why don't you work in your grandpa's company? Why do you work here? Even though my mom insults you all the time?" Ji-hyuk says nothing and leaves from there. Coming to his office, he remembers the past, when Yeji's dad loved Ji-hyuk very much. He had also taught him work in his company. When he fell ill, in his absence, Ji-hyuk handled his entire company. He was very happy. He had called and said to Ji-hyuk, "After me, take care of Yeji, the company, and Yeji's mom." This is the only reason that Ji-hyuk did not leave the company even after his death. On the other side, Ji-yu tells Young Hui he will open the bar during the day so that people can drink from me during the day too. Young Hui says a lot to him. Who does that? Who will come to a bar during the day? Ji-yu says to her, "My bar, my rules, who are you to tell me?" And saying this, he leaves from there. Ji-yu comes to meet his doctor to talk about his illness. We find out why he wants to open the bar during the day. Because of the incident with Yeji's brother, he has a syndrome, a disease that cracks the mind when it gets dark. which makes a person start to get scared, tremble, and scream loudly. That's why he doesn't want the bar to be open at night and for anyone to find out about his illness. The doctor says, it's been 11 years since that incident, but you still haven't been able to forget your past. That's why this illness of yours is also not ending. Without saying anything, Ji-yu leaves from there. Coming back home, he starts looking at Young-hoi's pictures on his mobile because now his crush on Young-hoi is growing. On the other side, Young-hoi, after cleaning everything, lies down to sleep. She first looks at her mom's photo on her mobile. Then, as Ji-yu's picture comes in front of her, she starts looking at it with great love, because somewhere she has also started to like him. And then, she remembers all the moments when Ji-yu had bothered her. The next day, Young-hoi comes to her boss to get her payment. The boss tells her, don't come to work from tomorrow because the girl who was working here before you has come back from the village, and she needs this job very much. Hearing this, Young-hoi sadly leaves from there. Walking on the road, she sees a banner of Paris. She takes a picture there and tells her mom, "Mom, I have finally reached Paris." Her mom is very happy, but she knows what the reality is. At night, Young-hoi tells Kim Yong about her new job, but she doesn't tell him that she is working with Ji-yu, because she knows that Kim Yong hates Ji-yu very much. She also tells him that her night shift is over. Now, she will have to share the room. Kim Yong says, "It's okay, you can sleep on the bed, I will sleep on the floor." But she refuses. Before sleeping, she thanks him and says, "Now I only have you." When Young-hoi falls asleep, Kim Yong comes to her and says to her, "I also only have you, Young-hoi, my first love." In the next scene, Young-hoi comes to Ji-yu's bar and calls out. As soon as Ji-yu comes in front of her, she is stunned because he has completely changed his look. Ji-yu is looking more handsome than before. While cleaning, Young-hoi once again asks him, "Why are you opening the bar during the day? What is the reason for this?" He tells her, "At night, on the bed, I have to make girls happy, that's why." Hearing this, Young-hoi runs away from there, and coming outside says, "What a disgusting person he is. He has no shame at all." Then she is putting up a servant poster. An idea comes to her mind. She brings the rock star there to meet Ji-yu. Jung-hui says to Ji-yu, "You need a servant." The rock star is also a singer and also knows how to work as a waiter, so both your jobs will be done. You can hire him here. Ji-yu selects him for his bar. Just then, another girl comes there, Rose. She says, "I make very good cocktails. I have also done a bartending course. I am an expert in this." Ji-yu tells her, "Wait, be patient. No one has more experience in bartending than me." Rose says, "It's okay. When the boss comes, he will decide which of us makes a better cocktail." Young-hoi tells her that he is the boss. She starts talking to him in her soft voice. Then she makes him a cocktail and asks him to taste it. When he tastes it, it is made very well. So he also hires her for his bar and leaves from there. The rock star, Young-hui, and Rose are all very happy. In the next scene, they are all sitting in the garden outside. The rock star starts singing. He is singing some strange song by mixing his broken English and Korean language. Hearing this, Ji-yu goes into shock. The rock star winks at Ji-yu, which surprises him even more. Just then, he says to the rock star, "Do you have any other song besides this one? Sing that one." The rock star extends his hand in front of him and says, "On special demand, I only sing when I get money." At this, he says, "Okay, I understand why you are Young-hoi's friend, because she also has a habit of asking for money for every little thing." Then, Ji-yu and Young-hoi come inside the bar, where he prepares cocktails for everyone, and says to her, "You and your friend Kim Yong are good friends." Young-hoi says, "No, we are not just friends, but best friends too." Hearing this, he doesn't feel good. Then he comes out and gives everyone cocktails, but he gives Young-hoi a mojito drink. Seeing this, she says, "Why do you always give me a mojito drink?" He says, "Because it's my favorite. They are very good cocktails and drinks. They all party." The rock star gets very drunk and hugs someone. Seeing this, Ji-yu gets very angry. He screams loudly and starts to love him, then pushes him back. Ye-ji forcefully brings Ji-yu to meet her friend, where she tells all her friends Ji-yu is her future husband. Everyone congratulates her. Ji-yu doesn't say anything to this, although he has no feelings for Ye-ji in his heart. But still, he has to listen to talk about marriage with her. Ji-yu comes out because he doesn't like their talk at all. When Ye-ji comes out, he says to her, "Next time, don't bring me in front of anyone like this." Ye-ji says, "Don't you love me? You weren't like this before." He leaves from there without giving any answer. Coming home, he remembers his childhood when Ye-ji had proposed to him by giving him a whole drawing book in which she had said, "Can you protect me for my whole life? That is, will you stay with me no matter what happens? You won't leave me." She was very stubborn since childhood. She used to get her way in everything. So at that time, he had said yes. Since then, she has been serious about him. Ye-ji's brother comes there and starts making fun of her drawing book and says, "Finally, you have confessed your feelings." She snatches her drawing book back from him while eating chips. In the present, Ji-yu is getting ready to go to Minjun's memorial. Actually, both of their birthdays are on the same day. Today is also Ji-yu's birthday. Yeji's mom is sitting with her second husband. Seeing Yeji go, she says to her, "Do you even know what day it is today?" She says, "Yes, Mom. I know what day it is today, and I give more importance to the living than the dead. Today is Ji-yu's birthday, and I want to meet him and wish him. It's been 10 years, and you are blaming him, even though it wasn't his fault." Ji-yu comes to Minjun's memorial, places flowers, and as he is coming out, Minjun's mom is standing there. Seeing him, she says, "You don't need to come here. Only his own can come to meet him. Whenever I see your face, I get angry. Don't come in front of me." He stands there quietly. Yeji's mom goes inside and cries a lot. Her husband comforts her. Ji-yu's health starts to deteriorate again. He is thinking about all these things. He remembers that after Minjun's death, everyone was very sad. Minjun's mom came to him and met him very nicely and said to him, "Don't worry, you can't go where Minjun has gone. You will definitely go to hell." He is shocked. In the present, the weather is getting quite bad. The rock star calls Young-hoi and urgently calls her to his room. When she goes there, the rock star's room is filled with a lot of water. They both try their best to remove the water but fail. Tired, Young-hoi leaves from there and comes to Ji-yu's bar. At first, she is scared, wondering if he will let her in or not because he has banned entry after 6 o'clock. But she has an extra key that he had given her, trusting her for the opening ceremony, and she comes there to wind up all the work. She's also worried about the vegetables kept there. She comes inside the house and starts setting everything up. Just then, Yeji arrives. She comes inside and starts calling out Ji-yu's name. She tells her the captain is not at home. She gives the cake to Ji-yu and wishes him. She sees all these things and leaves. A little later, Ji-yu arrives. He is quite surprised to see Young-hui. Then he asks her the reason for coming. She says, "I came to finish the pending work." Then she gives him the cake brought by Yeji. He is drinking. He asks her to leave, but Young-hui wishes him a happy birthday and starts singing a birthday song for him. Young-hui says to him, "I am also doing extra work. You didn't even say thanks to me, and you are not even giving me money for the extra work I am doing. On top of that, I have also wished you a happy birthday." Ji-yu slams his hand hard on the table and angrily says, "Why don't you understand? I hate my birthday. What were you thinking bringing a cake?" And picks up the cake and throws it hard on the ground. Then he says to her, "You can do anything for money. This sweet, my mood is very bad. Let's go to the room and fix my mood. I will give you as much money as you want for one night. Tell me, how much money do you want? 5,000 or 10,000? Young-hoi gets very angry. She just slaps him across the face and leaves from there. Young-hoi comes out and starts speaking ill of Ji-yu. Then she comes to the bus station and sits there, crying badly. Young-hui's purse and mobile were left at the bar. She picks up an umbrella lying on the road and sees a cat crying there. She feels great pity for it. She takes it with her. Coming back to the bar, she's about to pick up her bag. Ji-yu is sleeping with his head on the table. As she is about to pick up the bag, Ji-yu grabs her hand and says to her, "You came again?" She says, "Yes, I came to get my bag." And then, shouting at him, she says, "I have never seen such a disgusting person like you in my entire life. You are so thankless. Who are you to point a finger at my character? You said bad things to me, for which I will never forgive you, and I will never come here again." Saying this, she starts to leave. Ji-yu holds her hand and apologizes for his behavior. He says, "Please forgive me. I was very angry and sad at that time, so I didn't realize. That's why I apologize to you. Please forgive me." Then he rests his head on her shoulder because he is quite upset at that moment. Young-hoi is talking to the cat saying, "Is this Ji-yu mental or something?" Sometimes he gets angry, and then he apologizes himself. Just then, Ji-yu gives Young-hoi his clothes because her clothes are wet due to the rain, and he asks her, "Are you still angry with me?" Without giving any answer, she throws a towel at him and leaves. Ji-yu's health starts to deteriorate again because there is no light, and he has a phobia of the dark. All his memories are coming back to him at that moment. How he and Minjun went into the forest. How he was trying to stop Minjun, but he didn't stop and then he died. Remembering all these things, his health is getting very bad. Just then, the light comes on, and now his health becomes normal. In the next scene, when Young-hoi goes home, Kim Yong makes fun of her clothes. She tells him, "My clothes got wet because of the rain, so the boss gave me these clothes." Then she asks Kim Yong, "Tell me, am I the kind of girl who does anything for money?" He says, "No, not at all. Tell me who said this to you. I will break his face." She says, "There is no need for that. I have already slapped him." At this, he says, "Good job." In the next scene, the opening ceremony of the bar takes place. Young-hoi shows her cat to the rock star. Young-hoi and Ji-yu are in the kitchen and are discussing which dish to serve. But Ji-yu is not agreeing to any of her suggestions, which leads to a big argument between them. On the other hand, Kim Yong is going for a meeting. Yeji stops him and is about to tell him about Young-hui's job at Ji-yu's bar, but doesn't Kim Yong keeps asking, but she leaves. Today is the first day of Ji-Yu's bar. At first, no customer comes there, but after a little while, many people come. And after that, a lot of people start coming there. In the bar, 3 girls come. Ji-Yu makes them very happy with his words, flirts, and this trick also works on them because he is an expert in flirting. Young-Hui gets jealous seeing all this. What a lie he is telling. But he is busy impressing those girls and he is quite successful in it. Just then, Ji-Yu's mom and dad come to his bar. His mom is still angry with him. He asks his mom and dad, "What would you like to have, drink or cocktail?" At this, his mom starts to leave. Just then, Young-Hui comes there. Seeing her, she is quite happy and gets some reassurance that Ji-Yu has hired a good girl for the job, because in her mind, there were girls in short dresses. Young-Hui and his mom start talking. He asks, "Do you two know each other?" After that, Ji-Yu's mom says, "If there is any complaint about him, you tell me, I will pull his ears." At this, Ji-Yu says, "Who are you complaining about me to? She's already a sinner. Don't you know she stole eggs from the church?" Young-Hui says, "I have already told them everything." Then Young-Hui goes to get fruits for them. After that, everyone is sitting in the bar garden. The rock star sings a breakup song with his band members. Ji-Hook also comes to see his brother's bar, whom Rose attends. She makes him sit and asks, "This is a cactus, right?" He says, "How do you know?" Rose tells him, "My parents have a plant farm." Hearing this, he is quite happy. For the first time, he finds a girl of his type. Rose comes to Young-Hui and praises Ji-Hyuk and says, "This gentleman is so handsome. It was love at first sight for me." On the other hand, Kim Yong finds out that Young-Hui works with Ji-Yu. Hearing this, he is quite upset. He feels very bad because his heart is broken. Young-Hui gives Ji-Yu his dress, which he had given her to wear that day. After taking the dress, he smells it and then very lovingly sets her hair and leaves from there. At first, she is quite happy. Then, when it comes to her mind that he does business with girls at night, she goes to his room to check on him. He is not in his room. As he comes out of the washroom, she hides under the bed. Then, with great difficulty, she gets out of there and says to herself, "This means he lied to me. He doesn't do business with anyone at night." Yeji comes to Ji-Yu and asks him about the cake, but he hasn't eaten the cake. He has thrown it away. Then she tells him that Young-Hui has not told Kim Yong that she works for him. Hearing this, he is very surprised. After this, Young-Hui is sitting with a depressed man in a restaurant, encouraging him. She motivates him a lot. After listening to Young-Hui's words, the man is quite motivated and hugs Young-Hui happily to say thanks. When she comes back to the kitchen, he says to her, "What kind of way is this to keep hugging people?" She says, "That man was depressed. I relieved his tension, motivated him." Then they both argue on this matter for a long time, as if they are a real boyfriend and girlfriend. On the other side, Young-Hui's mom, who is looking after the restaurant all by herself, is getting angry because her son's Song has gone somewhere. Actually, he is going to another city in connection with setting up a business. Song flirts with girls on the way, but no girl pays him any attention. Yeji is with her friends. All the friends are enjoying the party, but Yeji remembers that Ji-Yu hadn't eaten the cake. Remembering this spoils her mood. On the other side, Young-Hui is working in the kitchen. After finishing the work in the kitchen, the 3 of them take permission to go home. But Ji-Yu doesn't let Young-Hui go. He asks her to make noodles for him because he is hungry. After eating the noodles, he says to Young-Hui, "Come on, I'll drop you off. You have to save money for the car too." Then he drops her off. As soon as Young-Hui comes home, Kim Yong's mood is still bad. Yeji asks him, but he says, "Don't talk to me right now. I am very upset." Young-Hui tells him, "I didn't tell you because you hate Ji-Yu a lot. Your mood would have been spoiled. That's why I didn't tell you." Then they both talk about this matter for a long time. Just then, the doorbell rings, and both are surprised Young-Hui's brother, Song, has come. In the next scene, Kim Yong quickly starts hiding Young-Hui's things. When Song comes back from the washroom, Kim Yong asks him the reason for coming there. Song says, "I have come here to build my career, and until I find a job, I will stay right here." Hearing this, Kim Yong is surprised. On the other side, Young-Hui is at the bus stop and thinks, "Now, where should I go?" Then she remembers that there was a sofa at Ji-Yu's house. Then she decides to go to Ji-Yu's house. There, Ji-Yu was playing with Young-Hui's cat. Then he starts making a tower with a bottle because Ji-Yu has a phobia of sleep and cannot sleep. Young-Hui secretly comes home and goes to sleep on the sofa in the storeroom. When she wakes up in the morning, she sees Ji-Yu drinking water. He is in his nightdress, so Young-Hui thinks he is so handsome. Upon seeing Ji-Yu, Young-Hui quickly closes the door and thinks, "Should I act surprised as if I just arrived?" Just then, the door opens, and Ji-Yu is standing in front of her. Seeing him, Young-Hui gets terribly scared. Ji-Yu asks, "What happened? Why are you screaming?" To which Young-hoi says, "No, I was just working because I came early today." Hearing this, Ji-woo believes her. Just then, Young-hoi gets a call from Kim Yong, and he says, "Your brother has come to stay here for a few days because he needs to find a job." Hearing this, Young-hoi gets angry. Kim Yong asks her, "Where did you sleep?" To which Young-hoi lies, "I slept at the bar," and then asks, "What were you going to talk to me about that day?" To which Kim Yong says, "Leave it, I'll tell you some other time," and cuts the call. In the next scene, Kim Yong was at his workplace when Ye-ji arrives. Some people there were talking about her father, saying that her mother was having an affair even before Ye-ji's father's death. Kim Yong doesn't feel good hearing this. As he turns back, Ye-ji is standing there. Seeing her, he is completely shocked. Ye-ji leaves without saying a word and sits down, looking sad. Just then, Kim Yong brings her coffee. He tries to comfort her, to which Ye-ji says, "I shouldn't pay attention to what people say. And I don't like your Jung-hoi at all. Her being near my Ji-yu because I like Ji-yu, and you like Jung-hoi, so let's team up." Hearing this, Kim Yong is surprised. Then, out of fear that Jung-hoi might actually start liking Ji-yu, he teams up with Ye-ji. Then, Ye-ji gives Kim Yong 2 musical tickets and says, "Go see this musical with Jung-hoi and confess your feelings quickly." Hearing this, Kim Yong agrees. On the other hand, Jung-hoi's bar is completely empty. On the first day, many people came, but after that, no one came, which also worried Ji-yu. Then, Jung-hoi says, "See, I told you. The idea of opening the bar during the day is completely useless." Hearing this, Ji-yu makes a face. Jung-hoi was sitting outside when Rose comes and gives her 2 tickets, saying, "Go and watch this musical with the captain and enjoy." To which Jung-hoi says, "There's nothing like that between me and him." But upon Rose's insistence, she takes the tickets, and the 4 of them discuss how to run the bar. Just then, Rose says, "Let's advertise our bar. Let's give people free tickets, which will attract them." And Ji-yu really likes this idea, and they do just that. In the evening, Jung-hoi is waiting for Kim Yong because he was bringing her things. When he arrives, they start talking. Kim Yong says, "Let's get an apartment." To which Jung-hoi says, "My brother is already living with you. I don't want to put you in more trouble." To which Kim Yong says, "We will manage. Don't worry about the money." Then he asks her, "Do you like my boss's brother, Ji-yu?" To which Jung-hoi says nothing and lowers her head, which makes Kim Yong angry, and he thinks that she really does like him, and gets up and leaves. But Jung-hee doesn't understand why Kim Yong's behavior is like this, and that he likes her. Here, Ye-ji's mother introduces her to a boy who is the son of the company's owner, and says that she wants to marry her to him. Hearing this, Ye-ji gets up and leaves. Her mother comes after her and says that she will have to marry him. Ye-ji says that she only likes him. Her mother says, "Don't you remember that he is involved in your brother's murder?" To which Ye-ji says, "He is not part of that incident. Do you even know what people say about you? That you had an affair with someone before my father's death, which is why he died." Hearing this, Ye-ji's mother slaps her and leaves. On the other side, Jung-hoi thinks, "Where should I go and live?" She doesn't have money, so she quietly goes to Ji-yu's house again. And Ji-yu is running outside because Ye-ji had drunk a lot there and had fainted. He picks her up. Ye-ji says, "Become my official boyfriend." He refuses, and Ye-ji says, "Then if you can't, then leave me here and go." He is about to leave when some boys come and start harassing her. He comes and saves Ye-ji, to which Ye-ji says, "From today, we are officially boyfriend and girlfriend." And then she remembers a scene from the past, how everyone blamed Ji-yu for his brother's death, but Ye-ji always protected him. Just then, Ji-yu also promises that he will always protect Ye-ji. In the present, Ye-ji looks at 2 cups and remembers Ji-yu because they had painted those cups together. Here, Ji-yu was also thinking about Ye-ji, and Jung-hoi was also thinking about Ji-yu, holding the tickets. Over there, Kim Yong was remembering Jung-hoi, how when she came to him crying and started crying that she had stolen her mother's money, which he didn't like. Just then, Kim Yong supports her and says, "Don't worry, and you work very hard and return this money to your mom, and she will take it very happily." Hearing this, Jung-hoi also becomes happy. Then, Kim Yong also feeds her cake, which she eats happily, and since then, they both started living in the same house. In the present, Kim Yong is holding the tickets and thinking, "How do I tell Jung-hoi to go with me?" In the next scene, Jung-hoi's brother Song goes to a party and works for his business, whose purpose is not to work, but to woo a rich girl. But no rich girl gives him the time of day. Here, Jung-hoi thinks about how she should tell him about the ticket to go to the music show. Just then, an idea comes to her mind. "First, I'll make a dessert." She makes a dessert and takes it for him. After eating it, Ji-yu likes it. She asks him, "Do you like music shows?" He was about to say something when Yeji comes from upstairs, who had brought a lot of food for Ji-yu. She comes and says, "I brought this for you from a famous restaurant." To which Young-hoi says softly, "I thought you made it yourself." And Yeji starts making a face, and then, to annoy Young-hoi, she is about to feed Ji-yu with her own hands when the food falls on him, and Ji-yu goes to get a napkin. Yeji tells Young-hoi, "From today, we are boyfriend and girlfriend." Hearing this, everyone is shocked. Ji-yu's dad is bothering his mom because he wants to get back into a relationship with her, but she runs away from there. On the other side, Yeji meets Kim Yong and asks him about going to the show with Young-hui. He says, "Young-hui is my very good best friend. I will not confess my love feelings to her because I know she doesn't have any such feelings for me in her heart. So I don't want to end our good friendship by making this love confession." Yeji calls Ji-yu and asks him to go to the show, to which he refuses, saying he is not feeling well. Just then, Yeji comes to Kim Yong and asks him to watch the show with her. He is surprised. She says, "My boyfriend refused to go with me. He is not feeling well, so you come with me to watch the show." He agrees to this. On the other side, Young-hoi is about to pick up her tickets, thinking she shouldn't waste them. As she picks up the book in which she had kept the tickets are not there. She is surprised. Just then, she hears Ji-yu's voice, who comes to her and says, "I have the tickets. Let's go watch the show together." Then he forcefully takes her outside. All this feels strange to Young-hoi. She doesn't like that he is being so sweet to her. Ji-yu takes her to a very expensive restaurant. He orders many dishes for her, seeing which Young-hoi gets very excited. In her excitement, she takes many pictures. He has also ordered many sweet dishes for her, seeing which she is becoming very happy because she has seen so many dishes for the first time. When they both reach the show, Young-hoi is very excited because she is very happy at this time and is also enjoying it a lot. Just then, Kim Yong and Yeji arrive there. The four of them meet. Yeji says, "This is very strange that my boyfriend is with someone else and I am with someone else." Then she starts speaking ill of Young-hoi. She is cheating. She is not loyal to them either. She has been after my Ji-yu from the beginning because she only cares about money. She only takes money, that's why she started a job at Ji-yu's bar too. Young-hoi is listening to all this. Hearing all these accusations, Kim Yong shouts at her and says, "Apologize to Young-hoi for all these things." Yeji doesn't apologize, but seeing Kim Yong shouting, Ji-yu gets angry and says, "She will not apologize. Who are you to make her apologize?" And saying this, he takes Yeji's hand and leaves from there. Young-hoi remains sitting in shock. When Ji-yu drops Yeji home, she asks him to always stay with her, to which he quietly comes back. While driving, he remembers the time spent with Young-hoi and also remembers the night when Minjun had an accident. On the other side, Kim Yong is talking to Young-hoi and explaining to her, "Our world and their world are different. They are both very rich and we should stay away from them." Young-hoi remains quiet. When Ji-yu comes home, he is surprised to see Young-hoi outside. He tells her to go home, to which she says, "Why were you so nice to me? Why were you so polite to me? Because of your politeness, I have love feelings for you. In my heart, I have feelings for you." Hearing this, Ji-yu is very surprised. Ji-yu says, "Don't like me because I am not worthy of it." Saying this, he leaves from there. Hearing his reply, Young-hoi is very surprised. Then she comes from there and sits at the bus station and cries a lot. She is eating cake at the same time and says to herself, "From today, I will ignore you." Coming home, Ji-yu is also very surprised by Young-hoi's love confession. Actually, he also likes Young-hoi somewhere, but he is not understanding his feelings because he is also under the pressure of Yeji's liking. On the other side, Kim Yong is thinking about Yeji, who hasn't come yet. They also have a meeting today. Just then, two girls there are talking about Yeji. By the way, she is the chairperson's daughter. She has a lot of money. She looks beautiful because she has had plastic surgery. Just then, Yeji also arrives, who has heard everything they said. She comes and shows them her face properly and says, "I haven't had any plastic surgery. You two look at your faces. Look at your friend. You people have had plastic surgery. I don't even need plastic surgery because God has already made me very beautiful." Saying this, she leaves from there. Both the girls get very worried that she might get them fired from their jobs. Now, on the other side, Young-hoi comes to the workplace. She is doing her work. Ji-yu says good for her work. Young-hoi slams the things down, and whatever he asks her to bring, she picks it up and throws it hard in front of him. He asks her for a lemon, so she comes and throws it in front of him. Then he asks her for a cherry, so she comes and throws it in front of him because she is completely ignoring Ji-yu. Seeing them like this, Rockstar and Rose are also surprised. What happened to them? Young-hoi comes out to throw the trash. A man is sitting there. He is hungry, so Young-hoi brings a sandwich and juice for him. After eating, the man says, "By the way, this food was very bad. The food I make is much better." Hearing this, Young-hoi is very surprised. She asks him, "Where do you live? Where is your home?" The man says, "Italy." France? London? Hearing this, Young-hoi thinks he is crazy because if he had so many houses, he wouldn't be here in this condition. The man says he will come again tomorrow and leaves. Then, when Young-hoi comes inside, Ji-yu says to her, "Was that man your relative that you were feeding him for free?" Young-hoi says, "I made him a sandwich from waste material. You can cut the money from my salary." She says this and leaves. But Ji-yu still wanted to fight with her more, but she wasn't talking to him much, so he gets very frustrated. Seeing this, Rockstar and Rose say, "Now we have to do something." On the other side, Ji-yu's mom and dad are together. Just then, a man comes there. Ji-yu's dad feels very jealous. He doesn't even give him a chair to sit on. But then, scared of Ji-yu's mom, he gives him the chair. The man says, "I have come for a donation for your church so that you can be helped." Ji-yu's mom says thanks, and holding his hands, starts to pray for peace. Ji-yu's dad doesn't like seeing this, so he shouts angrily and leaves from there. Rockstar invites Young-hoi to his show Yeji. Talking to Kim Yong, says to him, "Young-hoi should be yours, and Ji-yu should be mine. But because of Young-hoi, my Ji-yu is not coming to me. And somewhere your love, Young-hoi, is also far from you." Hearing this, Kim Yong becomes a little sad. Then, when he comes home, all his clothes have been scattered by Song, and he finds a note on which it is written, "I haven't come here to earn. I have only come to trap girls, to eat and drink, and to stay at Kim Yong's house, and to waste Kim Yong's money." Kim Yong gets very angry and then goes out of the house. His bag is left behind. Song is about to take money out of it when Kim Yong comes back and takes his bag from him. On the other side, Young-hoi is getting ready nicely to go to Rockstar's show. Just then, Ji-yu comes there. He tries to talk to her, but she ignores him first and continues her preparation. After getting ready, when she leaves the house, he also follows her with his car and leaves from there. He does this because he doesn't like that voice. Then, Young-hoi comes to the club, but as soon as she enters, she sees that Ji-yu is serving snacks to everyone. She comes to Rockstar. Rockstar tells her that you two haven't been talking for many days, so we thought of planning something for you two. After that, Rockstar says, "My showtime has started. We will talk later." Then, he starts his song. As soon as he sings his powerful song, everyone enjoys Rockstar's song very much because now his singing has improved a lot. Everyone is enjoying the songs. Young-hoi is getting pushed again and again. There was a lot of rush. In this process, they come very close. As Young-hoi comes to her senses, she stomps her foot hard on Ji-yu's foot. It hurts a lot. He comes out and replays his part. Young-hoi comes to him and says, "Sorry." Ji-yu says to her, "You took revenge on me for that night. You took revenge." She say, "What night? Whatever I said that night. Forget about it, Yeji, and your pair is perfect. That is, you are made for each other." She is also very rich. Her mother is a chairperson, while my mom runs a humble restaurant. I used to work there before. Everyone there was 20 years older than me. Then I left the job there and said, I want to become a big chef. I wanted to go to France and study, so I stole my mom's money and ran away from home. Ji-yu starts laughing, hearing this, and says, "This was only thing left to hear? Meaning you were trying to tell me that you were also a thief?" To which Young-hoi says, "I have never stolen. I have only stolen my mom's money. That's why I have never stolen anyone else's money. The money I stole from my mom and my money that I had collected to go to France, my friend deceitfully took it from me. All my money is gone." Ji-yu feels sad hearing this, but he explains to her, "It can't be worse than this. Whatever happened, happened for the best. That is, you are safe, you are in your own country, and you are working for me. What could be better than this?" Hearing this, she starts laughing. Then Young-hoi asks him about opening the bar in the daytime. He tells her that he doesn't like the night. "As soon as I see the moon, my heartbeat starts to race. My body gets hot, my teeth come out, and I become a wolf." Hearing this, she says, meaning anything, you'll say anything. You will never be serious. Ji-yu says, "Okay, relax. I don't become a wolf, but I have a problem with the night." Young-hoi says to him, "You should see a doctor. You should see a doctor because it's a dangerous disease. How can you ignore such a dangerous disease?" Ji-yu says, "You are worried about me. You can never stop worrying about me." Hearing this, Young-hoi laughs it off and runs away from there, saying that she has to meet someone else. On the other side, the restaurant owner doesn't give Rockstar the payment, saying, "I did you a favor by giving you a stage opportunity." Rockstar says, "Please, sir, don't do this. I need the money very badly right now. I have to get my musical instruments fixed." But the man doesn't agree, and, pushing his hand away, goes inside. In the next scene, Young-hoi comes to meet Kim Yong. They are both talking to each other. Young-hoi says to him, "If you are angry with me, you can punch me." He says, "No, I don't hit girls, I can't do that." Then she says, "If you can't punch me, then flick your finger on my forehead." A flicking finger. Kim Yong gets ready for this, but as he sees Young-hoi's face up close, he can't do it. Young-hoi starts laughing and then teases him. Seeing his behavior again, Kim Yong also becomes very happy. But after coming home, he thinks, why couldn't I hit Young-hoi? He realizes that he can't live without Young-hoi. is his happiness, his love, everything. In the next scene, Rockstar tells Rose, I have an elephant that my parents gifted me on my birthday. Hearing this, she starts laughing and says, who gifts an elephant on a birthday? Now where is it? He says, in my room. Rose says, does your family have a zoo? Before Rockstar could say anything about his family, the man to whom Young-hoi had fed comes. His name is Mr. Kong, and he asks Young-hoi to bring him a cocktail. After drinking the cocktail, he sits there and starts passing his time. Ji-Yu's mom is preparing for some event. Just then, coffee spills on her hand. Her friend holds her hand. Seeing this, Ji-Yu's father shouts at him very angrily. Pushing the man, he says, how dare you touch my wife? Ji-Yu's mom takes him aside and says, have you gone mad? Why are you doing this? Ji-Yu's dad says, now I understand everything. You two are having an affair. But remember, I will never let you two get married. Hearing this, Ji-Yu's mom is about to give him an answer when her eyes fall on his hair, which is purple. She says, like son, like father, have some shame. Even at this age, you have the interest of a boy. Saying this, she leaves from there. On the other side, Ye-ji is in the office with her mom. Her mom is scolding her for leaving without meeting her friend's son that day. Ye-ji says, now I will also live alone. I will leave home. And she says a lot to her mom, which stuns her. Before she could say anything more to her daughter, Ye-ji's stepfather comes there, because of which she goes quiet, and Ye-ji leaves from there. Ye-ji's stepfather explains to her mom, she has grown up, and you can't force her to go on a date with an unknown person, meaning her father is not a bad person. In the next scene, Ji-Yu is playing with the cat. Just then, the cat goes outside. As he goes out to get her, he sees that Young-hui is secretly coming into his house. He is very surprised. Then Young-hui secretly comes and sleeps in the storeroom. He is quite surprised to see that. Then, coming to his room, he remembers the day when he saw Young-hui coming out of the storeroom early in the morning, meaning Young-hui sleeps in the storeroom every day. Then he laughs and says, how can she sleep in the storeroom? In the morning, Young-hui gets up from the storeroom and enters through the main gate as if she has just arrived. Ji-Yu says to her, how did you come so early again today? Ji-Yu, throwing a blanket towards her, says, this has become quite old. Put it in the storeroom. On the other side, Rose shows Rockstar her elephant, which is not an ordinary elephant, but an elephant made of gold. She is stunned to see it. He tells her, I need money, but when I went to sell it, they thought it wasn't mine, that I had stolen it, so they refused to take it. She asks, are you very rich? You have a gold elephant. Do you have any other things like this? He tells her, yes, I have one more, which is in the other house, the one in Thailand. Rose starts to cut the elephant's nose so that she can easily sell it in the market and Rockstar can get his musical instruments fixed. Ye-ji's mom calls Ji-hyuk home and asks him the reason for working in her company. He tells her the same thing. Before dying, Ye-ji's father had asked him to take care of this whole house and all these family members. And he also says, I am sorry that I couldn't save Minjun that night. When he was leaving the house angrily, I didn't stop him because he had a fight with Ji-yu. I regret this. Ye-ji's mom, laughing, says, one brother who killed my son and fled the country, and the other is sorry for not saving him. Ye-ji's mom tells Ji-hyuk, Ye-ji is also going to leave the house, and I know she is doing everything for Ji-yu, and I want you to separate them. That is, my daughter should not be with your brother. Ji-hyuk says nothing. In the next scene, Rose asks Young-hoi for dinner together, which is going to be from Rockstar's side. Before Young-hoi could say yes to them, Ji-yu asked her to go shopping with him because he had to do shopping for his cat. When they both come to the shopping mall, he buys fewer things for the cat and more for Young-hoi. He buys blankets and many other things for her, saying, you can put all this in the storeroom. If you, Rose, or Rockstar feel tired during work, they can rest in the storeroom. She becomes very happy hearing this. By the way, he doesn't let her know that he has found out. On the other side, Rockstar and Rose are having dinner. Rose says to him, when you go to sell the gold, take me with you. Otherwise, people will think you are a foreigner and rob you. He says she is kind. You are very nice. Rose asks him, by the way, why did you come to Korea? You could have become a singer in Thailand, too. Rockstar says, no, I couldn't have become a singer in Thailand. People there won't give me permission for that. She asks, why? What's wrong with music that your family won't support you? Rockstar says, because I am the Prince of Thailand. Hearing this, juice falls from Rose's mouth, and she, laughing, says, Rockstar, how can it be that you are a prince? And that too of Thailand? To which he says nothing, because he knows that no one believes his words. On the other side, Ji-Yu gets a call from Ye-ji, and he leaves his work and goes to meet Ye-ji. Just then, Young-hoi also gets a call from Kim Yong, who calls her to meet him. Kim Yong was getting ready nicely because today he was going to confess his love feelings to Young-hoi. Song is looking at him with great surprise. Then he says to Kim Yong, no, I am sick and I will stay at home. But as soon as Kim Yong goes out, he also starts to follow him, saying, let me see who his girlfriend is for whom he's crazy. Then he starts to follow him. Kim Yong is very happy to meet Young-hoi, so he crosses the road while dancing. That's why Song can't see him because he has gone quite far from him. On the other side, Young-hui, who was waiting for Kim Yong to arrive, asks him as soon as he arrives, "Why did you call me here? In the couple's park?" Hearing this, Kim Yong says nothing, but starts looking at Young-hui with great love. Ji-yu, who comes to Yeji's apartment, says to her, "What is this? You left your home and came here to live?" Then Yeji tells him, "Actually, Mom is not happy with our love relationship. She is not accepting our love relation, and until Mom accepts, I will not go home." He is surprised to hear this. Then they both sit and talk. Ji-yu explains to her, "This is childishness. You shouldn't do things like this." Then Yeji directly kisses him on his eyes and nose, and then moves forward to kiss his lips. On the other side, Kim Yong is sitting with Young-hui. Young-hui asks him the reason for calling her here. He says, "I couldn't hit you that day, so I called you today to complete the revenge." To which Young-hui turns her face towards him and closes her eyes. Kim Yong starts looking at her. Then, as he's about to kiss her, someone shouts loudly. It's none other than Song. Seeing him, Young-hui also screams and runs from there. Song also runs after her, saying, "Today you will be in my hands. I will kill you." Kim Yong stops him, but he doesn't stop and says, "I will kill you too." Young-hui's sycophant. Young-hui gets caught. She was very scared. Song, getting angry at Young-hui, asks for the money that she had stolen. She says, "That agency lady stole that money through fraud." Hearing this, Song starts shouting loudly because that money was his last hope of becoming a hero. In the next scene, Song tells Young-hui to go back home and also to return all the money she took from their mom. But she tearfully requests, "I will earn all of Mom's money and return it. Let me stay here and don't tell Mom about this." He agrees to this, but he says, "I have one condition. Until then, Kim Yong will be in my custody. From today, you both will bear all my expenses." They both agree to this. Kim Yong and Song are both at home. Song says to him, "Even though Young-hui's eyes were closed, I saw everything what you were about to do with her." Hearing this, Kim Yong gets very worried. Song says that girl in the shower that day was also Young-hui. Hearing this, Kim Yong gets even more worried and says, No, you are misunderstanding. It's nothing like that. We both share the room at different times. When she is at work, I am at home. And when I am at home, she is at work. And what you are thinking has never happened between us." Hearing all this, Song relaxes a bit, but he says to Kim Yong, "As a sorry, you will feed me. And whatever I want to order, you will feed me all that and not refuse." Helplessly, Kim Yong has to agree to his words. Song starts making Kim Yong do all his chores. Helplessly, he also has to do Song's chores. On the other side, Young-hui gets scared in her sleep. She sees her brother in her dream, who is demanding money from her. She screams loudly in fear. She sees her mom in her dream, who is asking for money from her. She sees her as a ghost, so she sits up in fear because it is her dream. In the next scene, Rose is working. Rockstar also comes there. Seeing him, Rockstar's cheeks turn red because somewhere he has started to like Rose. Just then, Young-hui arrives. Ji-yu brings medicine for Young-hui. Young-hui thinks, "Now why is he behaving so kindly towards me? First, he himself pushed me away." On the other side, seeing Rose, Rockstar's cheeks start to turn red because he has started to like Rose. Rose asks him, "What happened?" He makes an excuse of some work and leaves from there. Kim Yong gives a very good presentation. After the meeting ends, Ji-hyuk stops Ji-yu, and Yeji says, "I am doing this only for Ji-yu because I am in a love relationship with him. Until she accepts Ji-yu, I will not go home." He is surprised to hear this. Kim Yong, who is only thinking about Young-hui, is approached by Yeji, who talks to him because at the workplace, it's only Kim Yong with whom she can share her feelings. When Young-hui finishes her work and is going back, Ji-yu starts to check her fever. Doing so makes Young-hui very angry. She pushes his hand away and refuses, saying, "First, you pushed me away yourself? Now why are you worrying about me? You don't need to do that." And then she gives him back his medicine and starts to leave. Ji-yu holds her hand and stops her. He forcefully makes her sit on a chair and prepares a different kind of cocktail for her and says, "Drink this. Your fever will be completely gone." Young-hui starts to drink the cocktail. Then she calls the cocktail bad and leaves. Kim Yong and Song are together. Song has ordered many dishes. He asks Kim Yong, "Tell me, why do you like my sister?" He says, "She is very beautiful." Song is very surprised to hear this and asks him to get his eyes checked because, according to Song, Young-hui is not beautiful at all. Song says, "She is not beautiful but a witch, and on top of that, a thief too." Kim Yong says, "No, it's not like that. Whatever mistakes she made in the past, she is not like that. She is very nice, and I feel that I am the only one who can understand her well. I have feelings for her, but I don't confess them for fear that she might move away from me. I am afraid of her reaction." Hearing this, Song is surprised, and he understands that he really loves Young-hui very much. Then he says, "Okay, I will help you propose to her, just like in a romantic movie. Hearing this, Kim Yong becomes very happy. Ji-yu comes to the storeroom to see, but she is not there. He is very surprised and thinks, where is she at this time? And with whom? Young-hui, who is outside, thinks, I shouldn't sleep today because I have taken medicine. If I can't wake up early in the morning, Ji-yu will find out that I sleep in the storeroom. In the next scene, there are a lot of people in Ji-yu's bar. Mr. Kong is also there, who is teasing Rockstar. He tells Young-hui, this Mr. Kong has drunk cocktails 10 times, and far from paying, he is not even leaving from here. Just then, Young-hui comes there and asks him to leave. He says to Young-hui, don't tell me to leave from here. I am good luck for your bar. I am sitting here, and that's why so many people have come. Okay? If you say I should go, then before that, feed me something. Young-hui brings him some stolen food. He eats the food and says, by the way, this food is okay, but if you had added 2 tablespoons of white sauce to it, the food could have been even better. Young-hui keeps this advice in her mind and later makes the same food in the same way and feeds it to people they praise it. Only then is she fully convinced that the trick was good. After finishing the work, all of them start to leave. Ji-yu stops Young-hui and asks her, where did you sleep last night? She says, what do you mean, where did I sleep? What kind of question is that? Definitely in my own house. Saying this, she leaves. He says, if she has her own house, then why does she sleep in the storeroom? In the next scene, Ji-yu, his dad, and Ji-hyuk are sitting together. Ji-hyuk was checking his sales from a list. Dad says, kids, your mom is going to get married soon. Ji-yu says, does she have a boyfriend? He says yes and asks Ji-hyuk for his opinion. He says, it's mom's choice. She can make her own decision. Dad says very angrily, you should say that, Dad. She can't do that. She can't get married while you are alive. Ji-yu says, leave it, Dad. He doesn't care about you. He can never understand feelings. Just then, Ji-hyuk asks, Ji-yu, what's going on between you and Yeji? He leaves without giving any answer. Young-hui, who comes to meet Kim Yong at his call, but after a long time he doesn't come there. Just then, Song, looking at Young-hui, turns on the lights. Young-hui is very surprised to see all this. Then a picture of France starts playing on the screen, in which her own photo is also there, and it looks as if she is in France, in those photos. She feels very good seeing all this. Just then, Kim Yong comes there. Seeing him, she is quite surprised. Kim Yong says, I did all this, and I did it because today I want to confess my love feelings to you. Then, putting a necklace on her, he says, I have liked you since childhood. I care for you. I do everything that you like. I don't know when this liking turned into love, I don't know either. Will you be my girlfriend instead of my friend? I love you, Young-hui. Young-hui is quite surprised. Seeing this, Song says, now why is he talking so much nonsense? Just kiss her. She will understand on her own. Young-hui is coming to Ji-yu's house to sleep. She is also thinking about all these things. Just then, all the lights turn on, and Ji-yu had done this. Then, they both sit. Ji-yu says, I gave you the extra key so that you could come early in the morning and do the cleaning, etc., not to sleep secretly. Don't you have a house, or do you run away from home and come here? To which she says, both. Ji-yu says, before living in my house, where did you live? She says, at Kim Yong's house. He is very surprised at this and says, you have been living with that nonsense man for so long. And how can you young people live together in a house alone? An argument starts between them on this matter. Ji-yu says, get out. As Young-hui is about to leave, he stops her and asks, now where will you live? She says, with Kim Yong. To which he says, no, you will not live there. We will find a solution to this together. Finally, he gives her a place to stay in his house for a few days. On the other side, Kim Yong is thinking about his first kiss, but Song says, I am worried about why Young-hui didn't answer right away. We even put up her picture with France. We arranged everything so well. And how did she leave without giving an answer? Kim Yong says, she will answer, but right now she is in shock. The next morning, Kim Yong repeatedly checks his mobile to see if a message has come from Young-hui, but he has not received any message. On the other side, some schoolgirls come to Kim's cafe. Seeing them, an idea comes to his mind. He gives them free food and says, if you people do one thing for me, I will give you all free food for a month. They agree to this. Then they get ready nicely and come to Ji-yu's bar. They order cocktails and start making videos. Rockstar also comes in their video. Young-hui is taking cooking tips from Mr. Kong. Mr. Kong says, I am not an ordinary chef, but a very big chef. If you want to ask me for dishes, you will have to feed me after every 5 dishes. Just then, a man who is not paying after drinking many dishes and cocktails, but but is arguing with Rose, and upon asking for money, he was about to slap Rose when Younghoe comes in between, and his hand hits Younghoe, and she falls down. Seeing this, Ji-yu gets very angry. He kicks the man and says, "Get out of here! I will not tolerate anyone misbehaving with my employee." After a little argument, the man leaves Kim, who has made a video of this entire moment, comes out and takes money from Kim and leaves because Kim had paid for all this to be done. Younghoe is injured. Rockstar and Rose support her and bring her inside. Ji-yu gets angry at the fact that she came in the middle of the fight. When Ji-yu is not quieting down, Rockstar shouts at Ji-yu. Younghoe asks Rose about love and between love and which one should be chosen? Rose says, love should be chosen because is also good, but we should choose love because we can't live without the person we love, and it's a very good feeling. Younghoe understands all her words. On the other side, Yeji's mom comes to her apartment to meet her. She has come to take Yeji back, but Yeji doesn't want to go back. Instead, she tells her mom, "I will not come back, and I will marry only Ji-yu." Hearing this, her mom starts shouting at her and says, "No matter what happens, I will not let you marry that Ji-yu. You know that our son died because of him." To which Yeji says, "Minjun's killer is not him, but you yourself. Because that night, Minjun had seen you with Mr. Choi. He had found out that you were having an affair with him, which is why he ran towards the jungle, and Ji-yu went to stop him. And the witnesses to this are me, Ji-yu, and his elder brother Ji-hyuk." Hearing all this, Yeji's mom starts to panic. On the other side, Younghoe decides to give Kim Yong the final answer because she likes Kim Yong and loves Ji-yu, but she doesn't understand how to refuse Kim Yong. Then, after thinking a lot, she messages him, "Thanks for everything." Reading this, Kim Yong's mood gets spoiled. Ji-yu gives her an ice pack. She tells him not to do so. "Why are you being kind to me? I am trying to stay away from you, not to love you, and you are coming closer to me. You don't even like me?" He says to her, "I am trying to do that, but it is true that I like you, I love you, but I will stay away from you. I can't come near you. I have some compulsion." She asks. Ji-yu says, "I murdered Minjun, Yeji's elder brother. If I hadn't left him there, he would be alive today. It's all my fault. I am his killer." Hearing this, she is surprised. After telling all this, Ji-yu once again starts to tremble. Younghoe explains to him, "It's not your fault in this. You wanted to save him. That's why you left him there. It's not your fault that your friend died because of you. Stop thinking that." Ji-yu had told this incident to someone he kisses and hugs Younghoe. On the other side, Kim Yong is very upset just by the word thanks, and that's why he drinks a lot. Yeji comes there. She is also very upset and says, "Today I will also drink a lot." On the other side, Ji-yu starts telling Younghoe his whole story. How Yeji always stays with him. "I only protect her because of Minjun." Ji-yu asks Younghoe to stay on his floor because he doesn't want her to stay in the storeroom anymore, for which she agrees. He gives her a nice room on his floor, which makes Younghoe very happy. Younghoe is thinking about Kim Yong, and Ji-yu, she is worried about Kim Yong. Just then, she calls. Yeji picks up the phone and says to her, "Kim Yong is sleeping next to me. You are not his girlfriend, so you shouldn't call him at this time." After cutting the call, Younghoe thinks, what is Kim Yong doing with Yeji? Actually, Kim Yong gets very drunk, so Yeji takes him with her in her car. His mom brings breakfast. He cleverly sends Younghoe downstairs so that his mom doesn't find out that Younghoe lives with him. Ji-yu's mom and he are having breakfast. Just then, Ji-yu has a stomach ache. His mom takes him to the doctor, who tells them, this kind of pain has occurred due to drinking too much alcohol. He will have to quit alcohol. On the other side, Kim Yong messages Younghoe and asks her to meet him outside. Younghoe gets ready and goes to meet Kim Yong. It is a very expensive restaurant. Younghoe says to him, "What was the need to book such an expensive restaurant? I thought we could have met in a park too." To which he says, "You don't need to worry. Just enjoy this moment." Just then, Yeji and Ji-yu also arrive. Yeji forces Ji-yu to come for dinner. Ji-yu doesn't know that Younghoe is also here. When Ji-yu goes to the washroom and sees Kim Yong there, he is very surprised. Just then, Yeji comes to Younghoe and starts bothering her. She says to her, "You only trap rich boys. Is Kim Yong not enough for you? He is such a good boy, but you are leaving him for a rich boy. You should be ashamed of this." Just then, Kim Yong arrives, and she gets up from there. When they are about to leave, Ji-yu is very surprised to see her there, but Younghoe holds Kim Yong's hand and leaves. In the next scene, Younghoe comes out and relaxes and then says to Kim Yong, "You are my like, and Ji-yu is my love. I can't live without you, and I will die without him. I don't understand what to do, but I can't live without Ji-yu. I love him very much." I am sorry, Kim Yong. Hearing this, Kim Yong is stunned and then gets upset and leaves. On the other side, an argument breaks out between Yeji and Ji-yu, and Ji-yu breaks up with her. Coming home, she cries a lot and is also very upset. On the other side, Rose messages Ji-hyuk and asks him to come to the bar. Just then, high school girls arrive, and Rose tells them not to come to the bar because it is against the rules. Then Kim Yong comes home, and coming inside, he forcefully grabs Young-hoi's hand and is about to take her away when Ji-yu stops him and gives him a strong push and also punches him. A fierce fight breaks out between them. Then they are both about to punch each other again when Young-hoi comes in between, and that punch hits Young-hoi, due to which she falls and faints because Young-hoi had been hit by both her love and her like. Then she is sitting on the sofa. On one side is Kim Yong, and on the other side is Ji-yu. They are still fighting with each other, and Young-hoi's nose is bleeding. She scolds them and quiets them down, and then holds Kim Yong's hand and takes him out. As she's about to leave, Ji-yu says, I have broken up with Ye-ji, now Jung-hoi is my official girlfriend. Hearing this, Kim Yong gets very angry. Then Young-hoi and Kim Yong both come out. Kim Yong tells her to go back, but she tells him, when I was in trouble, I used to live here. I can't go back. I know that my brother also lives in your house and you have done a lot for me. Thank you for that, but I don't want to be a burden on you anymore. Hearing all this, Kim Yong is surprised. Kim Yong forcefully takes her from there to his house. When Ji-yu looks down from the window, there is no one there. Then he gets a message from Jung-hui. I will come to work in the morning. Reading this makes him very angry. Coming home, Kim Yong and Jung-hui are very happy. Kim Yong and Song both go to the bath hall to sleep so that Jung-hui can relax and sleep comfortably. Jung-hui comes home and remembers all the moments when she and Kim Yong used to cook together, clean together. She starts looking at the whole house where everything was scattered. She understands that this house and Kim Yong need her. On the other side, Kim Yong is thinking about how he met her for the first time. She was crying a lot because of her dad. Since then, he had decided that he would protect Jung-hui. Then, during work, he supported Jung-hui in every way. Then he remembers the day when he confessed his love feelings and kissed her for the first time. Remembering all these things, he feels quite relaxed. In the next scene, Jung-hui comes to her workplace. Ji-yu starts asking her a lot of questions because he is feeling very jealous that Jung-hui stayed with Kim Yong last night. Just then, a police officer comes and asks the owner of the bar to come out. They take all of them to the police station because an FIR has been filed against them for letting high school girls come to their bar. There is a video from that day when the schoolgirls come to the bar and make a video with Rockstar. The police officer files an FIR against all of them. After getting out of the police station, the four of them get into a car. Then, Jung-hui and Ji-yu go for a walk, while Rose and Rockstar go to watch a horror movie. They all spend a lot of time with each other. Ji-yu enjoys a lot with Jung-hui. They both go to the beach where he writes, I love you, Jung-hui, on the sand. He also gets up at night when they are both sleeping. Then he prepares breakfast himself in the morning. On the other side, Rockstar confesses his feelings to Rose. You are the girl for whom I have feelings, and I like you very much. Rose remains quiet. Kim Yong has a meeting in which Ji-hyuk gives him a very difficult project related to China marketing, which makes him a little worried. But his friend explains to him, if you do this project, the company will hire you permanently, because they are both still working there as guest employees. On the other side, Jung-hui is spending a good time. Just then, her brother comes, who has eaten a lot of food. He says to Jung-hui, pay the bill for my food, and why did you reject Kim Yong? He is such a good boy. He has always supported you. After Dad's death, he took care of you. Whenever anyone bothered you, he protected you. He gave you a place to live in his house, even though he pays the rent for that house with great difficulty. You shouldn't have refused him. Jung-hui tells him, I like someone else. In the next scene, Rockstar asks Ji-yu about the police matter. He says, yes, that matter is solved because I am very rich. My reach is very far. My grandpa was a very big businessman in Korea. Hearing this, Rockstar says, I am also a prince, and I am also from a very rich family. On the other side, Song comes to Jung-hui's workplace. When he comes to the bar, he finds out that this is the boy that Jung-hui likes. Seeing Ji-yu's personality and things, he is quite impressed and understands that he is a very rich boy. Then he goes and introduces himself. I am Jung-hui's brother. Ji-yu is very happy to meet him. On his way back, Song says to himself, which Kim Yong? From today, I will take my sister Jung-hui's side because I have a blood relation with Jung-hui, and I will support her for her love. On the other side, Jung-hui and Ye-ji meet in a restaurant where Ye-ji says a lot of things to her and says, you and Ji-yu are not a match. You are from a poor family and you don't suit him. To this, Jung-hui says, where is it written in a relationship that you have to be a match to live together? Then there is a big argument between them. Ye-ji challenges her, saying, I will get Ji-yu back, and angrily leaves from there. She is driving the car angrily, and she has a very big accident. As soon as Ji-yu finds out, he goes to meet her, and Rockstar and Rose are talking to each other. Just then, Rockstar sees a lady in red clothes and some people. He grabs Rose's hand and runs from there, but he gets caught. Just then, the lady in red clothes asks him to go with her, but Rockstar is not ready to go with them, so they forcefully take Rockstar with them. Here, Ji-yu comes to meet Yeji in the hospital. Yeji's mom slaps him because she blames him for this whole matter. On the other side, Younghoe and Rose come to meet Rockstar at his place. They are surprised to see that he is really a prince. Then they spend a lot of time there and come back. Younghoe comes to her workplace. Her mom comes there and asks her to go back because this is Korea, not France, and Younghoe had lied to her. But Younghoe doesn't want to go back. She refuses to go back, but when her mom tells her, "If she doesn't go back with me, I will break all ties," then Younghoe has to go back with them. On the other side, Ji-yu and Yeji tell all their friends about their and Ji-yu's engagement. At this, his friend says, "You should be ashamed to marry your brother's killer. Have you forgotten your brother?" She says, "It's nothing like that," but that boy says a lot of things to her. There is a big argument between Ji-yu and that boy. When the boy crosses all limits, they have a fight. Ji-yu beats that boy very badly and is also quite injured himself. Yeji takes him to her apartment, where he is scared because of the darkness because he starts to remember everything again. Seeing this, Yeji is very surprised. She had seen Ji-yu suffering like this for the first time. She turns on the lights. On the other side, Younghoe's mom has made her 3 children sit in a line. And as soon as Kim Yong comes, she thanks him because he was the one who told her that all 3 of them are here. Younghoe once again requests them not to take her back, but she doesn't agree. Younghoe calls Ji-yu and tells him her mom has come to take her back, but she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to be away from him. But Ji-yu says, "Why do you like me so much? Please, I am not worthy of you. Stop liking me." Hearing all this, she is very heartbroken and starts crying. Finally, Younghoe goes back and starts working at her mom's restaurant. In the next scene, Kim Yong tells Yeji about his and Ji-yu's engagement and also asks for her help, but she refuses. Yeji comes to meet Ji-yu. He is quite drunk and behaves very badly. Seeing this, she is very sorry. She goes to Kim Yong, crying, and tells him, crying, how Ji-yu misbehaved with her. He hugs her to calm her down. On the other side, Ji-yuk comes to Rose's parents' plant farm. They also gift him some plants, which he happily puts in his car. Then, on their way back, Rose is coming back. Rose is getting repeated calls from someone, but she doesn't pick up. At this, he looks at her. She says, "I don't even want to hear this person's call. I hate him." He asks, "Who is this?" She says, "My ex-husband." Hearing this, he is stunned. Rose's parents like Ji-hyuk a lot. In the next scene, Ji-yu's mom comes to meet him with a file and says to him, "Your dad and I have decided that we will sell this bar and shift you abroad." He doesn't agree to this. On the other side, Younghoe gets her own house, and in this happiness, she arranges a party to which she invites everyone. Everyone attends the party at her house. On the other side, Rockstar comes to get Rose's final answer. Rose makes an excuse, at which he respects her decision. Mr. Kong offers to take Younghoe to France with him because, like Younghoe, he had a daughter who died in a car accident, so he sees Younghoe as a daughter. Younghoe takes permission from her mom to go to France. When Mr. Kong comes to Ji-yu and thanks him and says, "I am going back, and Younghoe is also going with me." Hearing this, he is shocked. Kim Yong comes to her house to meet her. He hugs her there and also congratulates her. He says to her, "I always want to see you successful. Always be successful." Ji-yu sees them both from a distance. Ji-yu comes to Kim Yong. Kim Yong says to him, "Stay away from Younghoe. Don't come between her and her success. I also left her for her happiness, so you also don't come in the way of her success." On the other side, Ji-yu's mom was thinking about Yeji's words when Yeji had come and told her that she had broken up with Ji-yu, which had made her very happy. After the breakup, Yeji had changed her haircut because she wanted to keep such a haircut after a breakup. She takes selfies and uploads them. Now she is quite relaxed. She has also started talking a lot with her stepfather because her stepfather loves her a lot. On the other side, her mom, who is sitting in front of Minjun's photo, realizes her mistake when Yeji told her that Minjun's death was because of you, not because of Ji-yu. So she immediately goes to Ji-yu and apologizes to him. Ji-yu forgives her and cries a lot. Rose calls Younghoe and tells her about Ji-yu and Yeji's breakup, that they are not getting married. On the other side, Ji-yu deliberately doesn't call Younghoe so that there is no disturbance in her going to France. Jung Hui comes to meet her mom before going to France. They have a lot of sweet moments between them. Kim Yong and Ye Ji have become very good friends. Jung Hui has become a very good chef in France and also talks to her mom and brother on video call. Song has also settled in his life. He has started a seller clothing business and now he works. But Jung Hui still hasn't contacted Ji Yu. But Ji Yu watches her cooking videos with great love and attention, and he is also jealous of a friend of hers there. In the next scene, Ji Yu is with his family and is angry at his grandpa that he had mentioned a treasure in this house, but there are only books here. Hearing this, his mom behaves a little strangely, as if she knows a secret. She looks towards the bookshelf where Grandpa has left a lot of diamond and gold ornaments for the two brothers and their dad. But for now, she doesn't tell anyone anything. She will tell them when the time is right. Ji Yu comes to Song's house. He is surprised to see Jung Hui there. He couldn't believe that Jung Hui was there. Then they spend a lot of time together. After that, Jung Hui goes for an interview at a very big restaurant in Korea. Ji Yu also follows her there and sits outside, waiting for her to give a good interview. Jung Hui, who finally passes the interview, gets a job as a chef in such a big restaurant. Ji Yu congratulates her. Jung Hui meets Kim Yong. On the other side, Ji Yu's dad is waiting for his mom with a ring. Everyone cheers them on. So finally, Ji Yu's mom says yes. They also have a happy ending. On the other side, Ji Yu is in the bar with Jung Hui and makes her a mojito drink. She asks, "Why do you always make me this drink?" Ji Yu says, "Mojito in Spanish means casting a spell. Spell, this means love, which for me is you." Jung Hui starts to blush. Jung Hui says, "I will have to go to France to study, so will you wait for me?" He says, "Yes, I can wait for you for my whole life." And then he kisses her. On this moment, the drama has a happy ending.